Hello gamers. I assume I'm online right now, and you can all hear me. I'd like to welcome you to this very scatter-plotted I Am Grand Finals, which is currently live, but we are not fully decked out on all ends here. We're still waiting on our last caster to join us. My name is Ro, by the way. It's been a hot minute, but I am here. I'm excited. I will be in the server as quick as I can. And then we'll be ready to go live, but for now, you can enjoy the wonderful musings of Morris, our cameraman, as this game develops in perfect anti-casting fashion. But all will be made clear and all will be exciting shortly. So enjoy the view, as it were. I'm currently playing Path of Exile, and I didn't have a moment to stop. But now I do. And I'm starting to connect, so I'll be there in a minute. And then we can do the thing. Sending client info. So, if we are live here and we're watching some action, we've got two teams going up against each other for the grand finals of Intermediate tonight. We've got the Dunk Masters versus Theory of Knowledge, featuring a wide caveat of there's a better C word, I can't think of it. I want to say a cabal of players happening. But right now, legit the sniper trying to find some angles here from the lower end, and knows might be caught out here if he's playing that defense in the lower end. Meanwhile, the rest of the Dunk Masters are still rotating their sniper back and forth. There is a counter sniper in the hands of Catface, who might be losing his head here any moment now. He does take the shot, does manage to get a nice little headshot there, but cannot get the kill because of the overheal available to him. So we return once more to this 0v0. No points on the scoreboard. Defense on last. The shots keep ringing out, and Legit is finding a little bit of his very excitedness. He doesn't get the shot he needs, though, and takes another headshot and a follow-up body shot. Very good opportunity here for Brick McChunk to try and clear some room out for his team. Try and get that pick on the sniper, who was down to 10 HP. Did not get picked off, and there it is. Overextended Demo Man gets picked off here from the lower end, or excuse me, out the choke. Jeff is going to go down before he can retaliate with a quick bomb, and now some other players are just getting a little overextended. I just realized, I just called everyone Nose. Nose is not the name of the Demo Man, it's Stock. Stock is safe. Stock the Demo Man is safe, and he's cutting off the scout, getting him down to low HP. Brick gonna finish that off for his team, and now the people who are in the Nose, the Knowledge Squad, are trying to make their way through, but they will lose their soldier to the Stickies spam of Mark Carbine. Cafe's trying to peek some place out here in the lower end of the last lobby. Legit also trying to find an angle here. Might be into the meatballer aka the meat grinder, any moment now if he overextends just a little bit, but he does back off while the Uber exchange is happening over here on the battlements. Gonna force some players out of the fray. It looks like there will be a recap taken by Theory of Knowledge, but it'll be short-lived because there is a good Uber advantage in the hands of the Dunk Masters, and overall it's very hard to push into mid even with Uber. So we'll see how things develop as they start making their way through this grass area. A charge shot almost connects with the Dunk Masters as they orchestrate themselves in the lower end, but thankfully they've oh no! They walked into the second charge shot, so that slows things down only for a split second. No other follow-ups here. We do see a little bit of aggression coming out from Catface, trying to keep these players at bay. Dunk Masters will be forcing off their Uber here, but they will not be able to keep Dagger alive. They're only going to be able to pick up Catface in the whole process of things, and Meatballer playing in the cheese is going to be a factor here in front of this. As the counter Uber comes in, it's Phone chasing down Names, looking for anything he can. Does manage to spot out one last scout coming out through lower, and there will be a chase happening into this mid. Ubers are more or less going to be evened out. 20 ad isn't enough to work with, and with all this momentum, I think Theory of Knowledge is going to be taking control of everything happening on this midpoint. A lot of space taken for granted, and I am here now joined by Graham, aka Dreamboat, who will be joining the server shortly. Hello, Dreamboat. He's still getting his voice together. But we'll be settling in. This is actually a great time for him to join because there is an Uber disad in the hands of the team that owns mid. And Dunk Masters know this, but they're going to be slowing it down. They're not going to be playing. They're focused on defense. We're on the first match, first round. Not a lot of stake in it. So nice spot to catch our breath as we get situated here. Meatballer finding an opportunity to jump forward. Is going to get taken down here by Mark Curbine. Oh, but he will not survive the pipes of stock. The Demo Man, he's making his ways down to this lower grass area, chasing out that Soldier Dagger, who will be making his way out. A lot of stuttering going on, but that's due to the STV situation. Catface goes down to Jeff. The Uber exchange is happening around the shack. Not a lot of numbers to work with on either side, just kind of butting heads and getting out. Dagger with the follow-up though. Great bomb through the window inside of Saw to put some good damage, but it's actually not enough for anyone else. Captain Fabulous barely scratched down to half HP. Gonna shake it off, and that's gonna be an opening potentially for some movement some ways. I'm gonna procure our connect info for Dreamboat.
Oh, what a legend. Also, who is Dreamboat?
Dreamboat? Graham? Hello?
Hi. Why is my name Dreamboat here? That's unfortunate. I'm Graham Cast. TF2 is just launching. I made it. I didn't know I was casting tonight. No one told me, but hi.
I mean, that's what happens when a lot of ESEA games get scheduled very frazzled. In a frazzled manner. Meatballer making his way through the window here. Gonna be met with legit doing some good denying, but he did take a little bit of damage there from some nice directs. Dunk Master's now looking for an opportunity here. Really good initiative from Jeff, getting a lot of ground. Captain Fabulous is very low on health, gonna have to back off here. No other follow-up from the Dunk Masters. Dreamboat, just so you're aware, we have Dunk Masters versus Theory of Knowledge tonight.
Yeah, I do have the stream open now, so I see that part. I recognize some of these players, which is surprising because I haven't done this in a couple years, so that's always impressive.
Yeah, for the names I recognize, and I've actually played with a handful of these players. I've played with Fabulous, I've played with Phone. I think I've played with Catface, but I can't say for certain. But I'm pretty sure all three of those players were on the same team with me at one point. Or if not, at least two of them were on the same team. And right now, we do see a little bit of action happening in this Saw room with Phone, trying to get some shots here onto the opposing squad. They're playing their angles very cautiously, but Dunk Masters could find themselves at a difficult position here. With the way the scouts are playing, this is a great opportunity for them to send a soldier through the window while they're playing the sniper advantage. Brick McChunk does see an opportunity to go for it, but he's not buffed up, so I don't think anything's going to come of it. And how are you doing, Graham? How are you holding up?
I'm still making my way in. I'm not bad though. I went to the gym today. That was pretty productive.
Oh yeah, that's a great thing to see, you know.
Yeah, I'm stuck loading in here, so I really can't tell what's going on. But it seems like Phone has missed some shots on Sniper. That's unfortunate. Hitting one would be nice. That's on delay though. I don't know if he's hit something.
Okay, well, a charge shot just hit the scout, legit, but he was not shaken. He made his way over, and Dagger got eyes on Phone. Oh, 1-for-1 exchange though. Not gonna be the better end of that deal, I don't think. Unfortunately, could not. Phone was a little bit greedy there, is what I was gonna say. He was really desperate for a pick, and Dagger was just in the right angle to get the pot shot off and juggle him, get the kill. Respawn is up. Phone is sticking to the sniper, and Dagger will be getting to the front lines much quicker, or legit, actually swapping over to that scout, or from scout onto that sniper. We'll see how this plays out because second is notoriously difficult to snipe with, especially if you're on defense. It's mostly a defensive option, not really a, here, I'm going to grab a pick option. And I have already killed Phone, so now this sniper is more or less useless. We'll see what he does, though. He's wrapping to lower with a little bit of help from Dagger. We'll see what comes about.
It's dangerous to call a sniper useless because they're just going to walk out and headshot something stupid and make you look like a fool because that's what being a caster is all about.
Yes.
Caster curse.
Shh, that's the secret. I want it to happen. And there it is. Captain Fabulous takes a drop from a fully charged shot from legit all the way in the lower end. Dagger playing that defense in the kitchen fully enabled this, and now no Uber to defend mid. It's going to be a very good opportunity for Dunk Masters to turn the tide and take some ground. But Phone is on Spy.
I found that a little questionable that you let your med die to a fully charged sniper as well, but doesn't seem to be stopping at all. Dunkmaster still moving through. Dagger with a pair of kills. Down goes Catface and Meatball. This should be quite comfy for them.
But Phone is in the know. He's ready to go. Oh no! Alright, so he's playing that Cloak and Dagger very cautiously. This would be a good time to decloak. Maybe someone will hear it. XPS not aware of it. Could go down to this backstab. There it is. Follow up onto the Demo Man. It's a double. Definitely going to make some work happen. Can he get a third kill with a single revolver shot onto this very low health? It does pick it off thanks to the crater. Phone picking up a 3K, turning everything around, putting Dunk on their heads. Theory of Knowledge going to be turning things for the better, retaking their mid any moment now.
Yeah, just Jeff alive. Funny, he has some spawners up on second. Weren't able to deny, of course. So there'll be a full team up on second. Should be a bit of a stabilization here for Theory of Knowledge. As they're just going to be taking mid, sitting down comfortably. And see if they can't throw a pick in. They do have Phone on Spy. He's up in behind at this point in time. He's actually at a good spot. He might be able to get another med pick. If he does that, that's a little ridiculous. Uncloaked, walks past the entire team. And what? How does he kill Jeff? What the hell?
Meanwhile, Mark is definitely taking advantage of all the players who are overextending. Does manage to pick up stock as well as Phone during that whole exchange. But Dagger going in for a sack play, gets himself killed. So now the cap will go to Theory of Knowledge. While Dunk had enough of an advantage to go into a fight potentially to hold on to their second. But now they're playing defense on last, which is not where they want to be. Especially, they had the demo advantage for defending the second, but they decided to go with the one-man sack.
With those spy plays, like, you almost have to question, like, are there skins on the line? Is there, like, throwing for skins happening here or something? Because, like, how do you let that happen not once but twice? Like, you don't kill him, you assume he's probably still on Spy, and he gets you again!
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make sense to me. I am baffled. I'm broken.
Meanwhile, Meatballer on a 1 HP journey into Dagger. Can he get it? He does manage to at least keep him body blocked long enough for Phone to get a follow-up pick. Legit, though, on the sniper defense. We're picking up the last soldier. No soldiers on the side of Theory of Knowledge. This is going to be a great opportunity to push in through these chokeways. There's only the Demo Man to worry about, really. But that's not going to stop stock. He gets the nice little pipe onto Legit here. Follow-up frag onto Catface, though. Not going to be for the best. One little consolation prize for Dunk Masters, but stock going to be able to pick up Mark with a little bit of help from Meatballer. Going to be locking him out. Can the arrow come in time? It does. Managed to save his life, but he's just getting juggled to his life. Finally finds the hops. Doesn't make it out. The Uber gets popped just so they can grab that kill and try and get some flashing here. This could be better for the Theory of Knowledge. potentially here. We're trying to get a player in. Meatballer gets domed right through the skull. Not going to survive that one at all, but there it is. Theory of Knowledge getting a lot of better exchange. Just flooding these gates, taking last by storm.
Fun fact about Meatball. He's a good player, good player. Once upon a time, way back in like season 19 or 20, I think, or 21 maybe, somewhere in there, I once was cut for Meatball. And now he's an IM. They definitely made the right decision.
So just so we're clear, ladies and gentlemen, we've been on a little bit of a delay trying to get this STV set up. And it's been 20 minutes. So we're at the last 10 minutes, and that was the first round, if I'm not mistaken. Right, and Meatballer, the first death of this mid. Dreamboat, or excuse me, Graham, I don't think he should feel too bad if he's immediately falling down at the mids. Dunkmasters, though, getting a lot of better ground here.
Soulless. But, oh, yeah, they've got so mumuch space. They keep XPS alive. Actually, he gets a kill on the phone. I was a little worried there. He was starting to drop in health, and no one could really seem to hit phone. But with those kills and the late pick on the phone, they've got second off of this with ease. And now they're setting up even Ubers. They'll be able to push last. But not before we have a couple stacks. Maybe an off class. Maybe two.
They're trying to get things set up here. Phone also getting eyes onto Dagger. Try to make his way to the shack. Does manage to get a little bit of help to take down Meatballer. Thanks to Mark Carbine spamming from the choke. Going right back into that defense position, holding down this lobby. Stock also very committed to this lower. Just knows he can make it happen, especially because he's got a nice sneaky trap further along that doorway. So as soon as any weary scat or soldier tries to, make their way in through lobby, Stock's gonna pick it up for himself.
Phone's just going for the shots. Instead, he's eating rockets. Classic sniper thing. And there he'll get it. So he does pay off. Eat a couple of rockets, take an arrow from your medic, and turn around and headshot the soldier. It's just the way it works out.
He even throws a don't in chat. No apostrophe. He's just calling him out. And now, Theory of Knowledge knows they can take some ground here. But there it is! Dagger pulling his own hat trick! Oh, he picks up Fabulous as well as the sniper phone. Dunkmasters are looking to take a quick retaliation round here. They've got the Uber already at the point here. They've cut off the demo. He's resubbed. A little bit of flashing going on, but the numbers are still pretty strong in favor of Theory of Knowledge. Can they pull it off here? Catface definitely holding down the fort on this side of the point. The hail is back up, and wow, a lot of exchanges going on, but can they finally get it? Oh, thankfully. They didn't take care of Mark Carbine, and he was able to just pull off the damage. There's a secret for all you TF2 players out there. A Demo Man can do the same damage at full health and 20 health, and that's exactly what happened.
I think that goes for like every character.
Well, it's a little bit riskier as a scout. Like your hands are sweaty, you're shaking in your boots.
Something about Mom Spaghetti.
You can just aim in a general direction and still do the same damage.
That's fair. And speaking of doing damage, Meatball goes deep, misses the air shot. He tried, but it will be Stock to get the kill onto Legit, and they should find a few more here. And that's absolutely what's happening. 3 left alive. There's still XBS, who is now dead, thanks to Catface, and everyone is dead, thanks to Phone and Catface. And Stock. Yeah.
Dunkmasters tried to get a grip on things, but thankfully that opening from Meatballer was enough for the rest of Theory of Knowledge to make their way through, and they've actually managed to pull Stock all the way to the forward spawn, trying to clear out these sticky traps. The sentry is getting propped up over here on this little dirt pile over on the left side here. A little bit of initiation coming out from Jeff, trying to pull some damage off before going down to the ground. Mark Carbine also throwing stickies as best he can to hold down this point. Catface is just spamming at the stickies and finishing the cap at the corner. Not enough range, not enough anything going on for the defense of Dunkmasters. 2-1. This has been a quick turn of events once the casters started hopping on.
Yeah, well, once I show up, game waits for me, apparently. I can be fashionably late, and I'll apparently miss nothing. So it worked out well. But into this next mid right now, Mark Carbine's throwing out some early stickies. They're not able to land them. Stock's done actually a little bit of damage back the other way. Both teams taking it a little bit slower. Here comes the bombs over the top, getting right in, trying to find any kills, but haven't managed to do so yet. XBS in a lot of trouble. Should surely go down. But apparently it's actually Dunkmasters finding all these kills. They're actually going to be able to keep their medic alive out of this. This is absolutely ridiculous. XPS dropped down to like 5 HP and still lived. Wow.
Man, this is much more even than the first 20 minutes let off. I mean, we've gotten back-to-back within 4 minutes, and this is looking like another round quickly taken by Dunkmasters. They're just finishing up the mid-cap. Second is underway. They've got their Uber. Can the defense of Theory of Knowledge get it together in time? We do see the sentry behind the crate, a sniper playing by the truck. Can Dunkmasters navigate this last just right?
Yeah, hat trick of off classes. Sniper, NG, and heavy. It's almost like we're playing that weird Sigafu mode with payloads and stuff that no one actually likes. I have heard about that. I've been gone, but I've at least heard of that drama. But we'll see if they can suss out these spots. Sentry gun, he's going to go down quickly in the Uber. There's still a heavy alive in the backfield. Doing a lot of damage. The sniper has, of course, been swapped off as well, but they are finding the first kill. First couple phone with the pair. And this is going to be an easy hold. It's just legit left. And that is a full wipe.
Very solid defense there, and almost everyone was down to their last licks in health, so the damage distribution just wasn't really where it needed to be for Dunkmasters to pick their targets just right. Looks like Dunkmasters, though, will be able to pull off all their respawns onto the midpoint here to play a little bit of defense, worrying about this medic with Uber. There's going to be a little bit of damage here. Captain Fabulous, though, not afraid. Very, very low on health. Is going to risk it all. He took over 200 damage even after picking up that health pack, and it was not enough for him. He just thought he had enough time, enough help, enough defense from his team to hold it off, but Dagger does find the frag, and that's going to be a huge turn of events for Dunkmasters as they're already making their way into the point. They know they don't have to worry about the heal situation. They just got to stop this cap, keep their forwards, and push on.
And the opening pick on Meatball signals everyone to start falling back. Stock is actually going to kill himself. Oh no, he went for the jump, and he was a little bit too low. That is devastating. Catface is in behind right now, trying to see if he can actually back cap mid. He actually has the opportunity to do so. I think he's going to get this. No one's even close. That is an absolute theft job by Catface, and now he's heading on to second. Just completely, steals that one away. How do you let that happen?
I don't even know. It's still unfolding as we speak. 3 players committing to this, and Catface is out of there. He knows he's done enough just to pull him out. Unfortunately, there was no follow-up from Theory of Knowledge. They could have contested this mid with only 3 players to contend with, but that's how it is. Ubers are going to be even, though. Thankfully, thanks to Catface's distraction, the Uber will be ready for Captain Fabulous, but he pops a little bit early, I would say. The Uber will be much more in favor of Dunkmasters as they make their way around this yard. A little bit of action going on. Nice little air shot coming out from Brick. 1v1ing Mark Carbine. A little more of Theory of Knowledge pushing forward. It is just the medic and the scout taking that scout speed all the way out through the saw. It's going to be, once again, a retake by Theory of Knowledge.
There's just a nice little lesson anyone newer at TF2 is that just because you pop first doesn't make it inherently a bad Uber. Saw there that Theory of Knowledge popped a little bit earlier, sure, but they found all the kills, and that's what matters. And with that, they are able to roll right into second right now. They've done a little bit of spam, and that's going to push Dunkmasters all the way back onto their last. They're just doing a little bit of spam to try and get some chip damage, pad their logs a little bit, but no actual effort to hold. And now the last hold is on. Heavy's up on the field, as is Legit on Sniper. He proved to be legit a little earlier.
Yeah, I think he's legit.
Got the drop. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's moved over to the left side here, trying to get an angle. The Uber is ready from XBS, trying to link up with the rest of the squad to pull off this escape by Theory of Knowledge. Phone going to be a little bit disconnected here, but he commits to it. And actually, it might be just enough for the rest of his team to follow through. He's playing such a hard offense here that there's so much room for players to get in. We do finally see Brick McChunk make his way over to the truck here. Legit is so stretched thin, could not find an opening because there were too many players to shoot at, and there it is. Theory of Knowledge pulling off the first half with a little bit more than 3 minutes left on the clock here. We will be going to our second half here. Stats are a little funky, so I'm not sure what the deal is. I think we have to give them just, like verbally. We don't have any special effects because of the new ESEA site. Am I correct, Producer Morris? I've been told this is 100% correct. So, damage numbers. believe it or
Oh
not.
boy.
Phone pulling off the big 300 DPM, as well as 22 kills, dominating all around for Theory of Knowledge, pulling off every single bit of good stuff you can expect. And Stock as well, pulling off 4 deaths. Less than his medic, even.
Yeah, and I mean, you pointed out Phone's damage, and it was really evident there in that last push coming in. He just hit, I don't think he missed a shot. I think he hit nothing but meat every time he reloaded his scattergun. Didn't get any kills for it in the initial burst, but dropped them so low that fully healed Catface just came flying in and hit everything and found the remaining 2 kills. And then I think Phone got 1 in the end. Catface may have had 2 more. So really just the scouts going to town was the story on that push, and kind of the story of the game so far. They've been playing very well.
Yeah, the soldiers aren't particularly standing out. I mean, we do see Brick McChunk pulling on a respectable amount of damage. You know, he's 3rd on his team, 274. But he's 6 and 12, and Meatballer is 7 and 16 with half the damage. Pulling off a 157 DPM, the lowest in the server if it weren't for Mad61. I didn't even realize this person was in the game. That's a scout for Dunk Masters. Mad61 not really stepping up to the plate, as it were.
So, Ro, you saw more of this game than I did. I saw a very, very back and forth affair that resulted in teams making some questionable decisions, like ignoring spies and standing in sniper sight lines. So, other than like the giant flaws like that, you know, what did you see that you'd hope for change-wise to come in at this half for either team?
Well, I gotta say, my heart is currently belonging to Theory of Knowledge because of my ties to the players. I know Catface, Phone, and Fabulous. So they just gotta keep playing the game they're playing. I'm not sure what it is that's costing them their mids. I haven't been paying explicit attention in those areas, but overall, they seem to be doing what's right. So if I had to speak for Dunk Masters, what they need to get together. Currently, their post exchanges are just not favorable. Whenever Captain Fabulous and Phone are doing their Uber exchanges, they've almost been in every single Uber. Well, obviously Captain Fabulous, but Phone, the scout, has always been handling these Ubers when they go down, and Dunk Masters seem to be in the position where they're flashing a lot more often. They don't know how to split themselves away from it. So I would say Dunk Masters needs to do better on how they orchestrate their Uber exchange followed by the post Uber, because that's where that earlier pop still worked out for them, because they knew who was shiny at the right times, and then they collapsed all at the end to get 3 or 4 frags and then push into mid while XPS was on the retreat. So Dunk Masters definitely need to fix their post Uber exchange at this time.
I think part of what would help that as well is Mark Carbine. Like he's had some impressive damage output at times, but he has almost been on an island too much. He's been a little bit desynced from his combo, it feels like, and I find a lot of times in those post Ubers, he's the first to fall because he either overstays his welcome or his positioning just wasn't quite as sound as it could have been. Maybe he's not a big Snakewater guy. I know everyone has different maps. Or maybe it's just a bit of the nerves getting to him. It is, of course, the grand finals. So that's what I'd like to see change, would just be a little bit more cohesion between Mark Carbine and the rest of the combo.
Yeah, I concur. He was very often, especially that one moment where he should have died and then finally was taken down by Phone following it up on all that damage. He was just sitting in the corner, kind of pencil jumping, trying to get any kind of footing that he could to get out through the door, and actually missed a couple arrows as a result of his awkward movements. So he definitely feels like he's a little bit disconnected from the situational awareness of his team. Kinesthetics is the psychological term. It's your awareness of your body in relation to other objects.
Damn, that's some fancy terminology, bro. You're pulling out all the stops. And of course, that's what we have to do. We got to pull out all the stops. It is I am grand finals. Theory of Knowledge versus Dunk Masters. If you are just tuning in, this is, I think, map 1, unless I missed a map. Okay,
Nope.
then it is map
10:30. We started.
Okay.
I didn't start at 10:30, but it was supposed to. Just a STV issue. But yeah, it's only first map, first half.
First
We'll
half,
be
it is
seeing more
3-1.
as we develop.
3-1 is the scoreline if you are just tuning in. Theory of Knowledge with that lead at the moment. 2 other maps are in line for this best of 3 after Snakewater, potentially. We will definitely have Process. We might have Sunshine, which is good because I know occasionally, like, basically right when I really stop paying attention, weird maps are starting to get added to the ESEA map pool. I'm so glad I don't have to download anything.
I've got a secret for you. Yeah, Sunshine being a stock map makes this easier for sure. But I've got a secret for you. And I don't know if people still find this controversial or if like it's finally been accepted. Sunshine is Process, like the bare bones of Process. It's got a cafe. The sewer is the same. The IT route is more or less the same, just doesn't have a ceiling. The last is very similar, just not with the battlements. And the mid is very similar, just a little bit more geometry to work with.
I will say
It is
back
almost
when I
in
played,
every way a Process.
I will say back when I played, it was probably my favorite map in the rotation. So I'm glad that it hasn't been completely boxed out because it was very disliked when I played.
Mm-hmm.
But my 2 favorites were Sunshine and Metalworks.
Yeah. We're going live, Graham. What do you see? So we're going to a radio cast while we wait for the camera to get back together.
Radios are nice. They have Radio Gaga. But there's a bomb coming in from Brick. He's in behind, and he'll kill Mark Carbine before being taken out. So big start there in this mid is going all Theory of Knowledge at the moment. But Fabulous did fall to Jeff. Jeff and Dagger are actually putting in a lot of work trying to keep this alive for them. But Phone and Catface and Stock will live. That will be mid taken. But there is an Uber coming up here shortly on XBS. He did not die. So despite losing the mid, Dunk Masters are still okay.
Yeah, getting their medic out was absolutely necessary for this to go in their favor. We'll see how things develop. We do see a little bit of a complaint from Jeff. Apparently some players were invisible at the mid. Shoutouts to TF2, 10 years old this year. Or 11 years, I think. It was 10 years last year. And now the Uber has been taken over into the mid. There is a player hiding behind Brick McChunk.
Wasn't it 2007? Wouldn't it be 12 years?
Yeah, it was 2007. It would. No, it should have been 2008. Either way, Brick makes his way to the point, but doesn't pick up anything. Just a little bit of damage here and there. Not enough to write home about. So Dunkmasters, though, are getting a little bit disconnected here. Theory of Knowledge trying to get some ground here. Captain Fabulous has to back out, though. They can't play full defense at this time, but they will have their Uber ready to roll at any moment.
They're moving their way in, trying to put some pressure in, and Stock, he's going to be popped on to be kept alive. And now everybody is scattering right now on Dunkmaster. Gonna drop Jeff. It's a loss, but it's not a huge one. So it's just a soldier. Apologies to soldier mains everywhere, as I called them just a soldier.
Just a soldier. We are.
I mean, I'm assuming it's still the scout
Graham.
meta. I'm assuming it still was. Nothing like this game. Like I heard, went like a year without an update, so that much can't have changed from when I last casted. Last time I casted TF2 was Rewind 2.
A lot of room opening for Brick to get the drop. Puts the damage out onto XBS. Down to 50 HP. Dodging rockets left and right. Gonna work out for them in the end. Dunkmasters hold on to that Uber. Uber is ready on the side of Theory of Knowledge. They're gonna be getting into their defensive position here. This is the, I know you know about this. This is Snakewater last with even Ubers. But that doesn't stop Dagger from trying to get an opening here. Followed closely by Legit, who will also fall down to Phone, picking up his 5th kill as a scout. Gonna be working his way back out into this fray. Lobby is up for the pickings. And Mark Carbine can't really make it all work out for him.
No.
What a drop on the player. Jeff not gonna be able to get Ubered here in time.
That is absolutely tragic, dropping your soldier there. And Mark Carbine, he's still in. And he's just going to be a free pick. Again, just a little bit of desync. not backing out when he probably should have. And with that, he's just free kill there.
Brutal. A little bit of an opening here for Theory of Knowledge as they finally kept their Uber the whole time. Managed to pick up Dagger here as they work their way through, clearing out the top. A lot of players are out. I'm surprised that there's more players behind the medic than in front of the medic as they're escaping. And as a result, Legit will also fall down. Not really sure what's going on. I think that's because they were the respawns, so that makes sense. But either way, medic definitely a little bit too far forward at this time. Dunkmasters just can't find a foothold on this back pedal. And they are finally all the way to their last. Uber in the hands of Captain Fabulous, but within 5 seconds there will be a defense available to the Dunkmasters.
Yeah, and then they have to deal with the incredibly scary prospect of Phone and Catface. Because that is actually terrifying, and I don't know why Phone's not an invite. He's just a god.
Very strong player indeed.
Just one of those things where like you sit back and you're like, I remember this guy being really good from like 5 years ago. Or like probably less than 5 now, but like still
3 years sounds
from
about
years
right.
ago. I remember him being really good. And it is evident he's still really good.
As he walks headlong into Dagger, holding lower. But that was probably a tactical sack following up on Meatballer, trying to get a snake his way in and then swap to Sniper so that they can find some openings here. Defense available to Theory of Knowledge. They do manage to pick off Jeff, who tried to make his way out here. Didn't work for them in the end. And Legit also got a little bit of ground here, but will be backing off as well. Dagger finding a little bit of a home further up in this lower area. We'll see what develops. Phone on the Sniper.
Well, he had a bit of a rough go the first time around. Or the first time I saw, but he got another pick later on. See if he's able to connect. There's a demo right in the sightlines, gets a lot of damage on the Mark Carbine, but not able to find that kill. Again, like, you should have known there was a sniper. Like, he did get set ablaze by a charge coming with shot. Why are you peeking that, Mark? Come on, man.
Phone also taking some major liberties here, rushing with no fear. Not even buffed to the least of his ability. Calling out the stickies, getting set up, and Legit is all the way at drop down. Might be a little worried about this peak. He does manage to... Oh, he shouldn't have fired. Could have definitely charged up a shot, kept the element of surprise. But it doesn't matter. No one's listening, apparently.
Yeah, Legit is too legit to quit. Kills Fabulous. Rest in peace. Second time that he's just shot Fabulous when no one was looking at him and it was in his side completely. It's a classic.
I'm gonna write that one down in my notes for our analysis at the end of this game. Meanwhile, somehow Theory of Knowledge is just pulling in all the frags in their favor. 3 down, Uber forced off. It is just those 3 on last trying to rush in. We'll see how it works out. There's not quite enough numbers in the hands of Theory of Knowledge to make anything happen, and their Uber building is also less than desired here. I don't think it was somehow... Okay, they managed to pick off XPS thanks to Brick, who came in from lower as he was waiting patiently. Picking that off is definitely going to turn things around as long as they can defend Captain Fabulous. And they're just throwing their players in. Dunkmasters, no.
What? That's all I have to say. This is so confusing, but they are in a position to come right forth here. Being pressured quite heavily, but they are on the point. It's so very heavy cap, and they have it. There was so many people nearby, and no one stepped on it, and then they all died. You know, that's just the way this goes. For the game, though, it's 4-1 Theory of Knowledge, so they're 1 round away. 1 round row.
Yeah, we could be further along to our sweet release of Bed, depending on how quickly this round and this finals goes. Definitely in the hands of Theory of Knowledge. A lot of aggression coming out from Meatballer, immediately taking down XPS. No heals on the side of Dunkmasters. They're going into defensive mode, but they've lost all their explosive classes. It's just Catface and Phone. Definitely not to be trifled with, but Mad61 coming in through the cut. Picks it off. Jeff also following it up with a little bit of rockets. It's a MGE situation, and Catface is down to his last licks. Jeff going to be quickly picking up the health pack, getting back onto these shacks, throwing some direct shots, trying to get anything he can. He just needs 2 rockets. But thanks to the help of this carbine, Cleaner's carbine, he can pick up the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. The carbine is the scatter gun. He's able to get a little bit of health there, and now the
Cleaner's
second mid-fight is underway.
Meatball kills himself. Yep. Par for the course. But they get in on some Fab will live. Again, that was a little hairy. XPS down to 17 HP, so good on him to live. But yeah, the Cleaner's carbine, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the SMG for the sniper?
Dunkmasters.
Thank you. Morris corrected. I said that I'm right. Ro wasn't gonna wasn't even gonna touch that. But no, he says I'm right. And they are actually all the way in on second here. Mark Carbine's got the kill on the cap face. Hits the pipe. They're actually pressuring heavily into last. They haven't capped second yet.
This could be bad for them. Meatballer is aware of this last situation. Could be trying to pincer them, but Mark Carbine, making his way through the lobby, will deal with that flank. And now it's a slight numbers advantage in the hands of Dunkmasters, but they've got an Uber to contend with. And Captain Fabulous knows how to use it. He's going to be flashing his players. Shinies all around, picking up Jeff, throwing McChunk into the meat grinder of Mark Carbine. That's going to be the end of him, and now it's going to be a quick repush from the respawns of Dunkmasters out the left side. They're going to be clearing the way here, but the heavy is up on it. A little bit of distraction play coming in from Legit. Can he sneak around the bend? He does try to make his way back. It's just enough of a distraction to let Dunkmasters make their escape, try and build the super up, but even if they decided to push while being a man down, they have 8 seconds. The moment they get the Uber, they have to pop. It looks like they're going to commit to it.
Dagger, though, does fall. They are still trying to roll right on through. They are, and it is being popped off. Pressure them all the way back. They see get on the point. No one's there. No one's around. Can they get on it? Oh, they do just in the nick of time. The Uber's off, but they step off. And that is going to be around in other games. I believe that's called the Cloud9. I like to call it the 7 after Rewind 1, where they stepped off the point, I think, 7 times in the span of 2 maps. And lost rounds that way.
We'll talk about that in the post-game analysis. We got another mid to talk about here. As not any immediate. Oh, looks like Brick trying to do a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump over to Dagger. Does manage to put a little bit of damage to all the players, but Dunkmasters are getting the best of this exchange. They are on top of everything. It's just Catface in the back end. Captain Fabulous falls. Can Catface pull something together? I think they are aware of his presence in the back lines, but there's no one to respawn for him to even pester. It is just the players on this midpoint that can have any fear of Catface at this point.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
And now there's the cap going down. Should we contest a little bit? Stock's got that kill on to Jeff. That's the only contest in the way. Now they are starting to roll through full Uber ad. They seemed to push. They're coming in through lower. That's how they're walking in. Right forward. The Uber is popped off. They need to find the kills and the gun. Gun will go down. That's the first step in breaking this defense. Can they find anything else, though? It doesn't seem to look like it. They're starting to fall apart here. Stock's got a kill on the Dagger again. And they kept second.
Catface
also
got capped while the push was happening.
I didn't even notice. Jesus.
It quickly goes back into the hands of Dunkmasters as they make their way into this lobby. Or excuse me, no, they're playing passively on this second in the yard and all that jazz. But yeah,
that
Catface
is how successful a back cap it was, how stealthy it was, is that even I missed it.
Yeah.
Tip of the hat to Catface there. Well played.
Shouldn't have been alive for as long as he was in the back lines. And now with Uber in the hands of Theory of Knowledge, they're going to be pushing him right into the fray. But they did not notice Legit, who made his way back. Stock called it out. There's a player going for last. Can he get some time on the point? Unfortunately, walks into all the stickies and the rocket, so he can't quite pull off the cap. Dunkmasters, though, still playing a tight defense. It's just going to be the medic alive. Not going to survive that splash damage. It's a full wipe. And look at all that time. I guarantee you the waves are going to reset and the medic is going to spawn later once they get this cap. There will be one wave at least, though.
Yeah, they do get the wave in, but still the fact that XBS and Matt aren't going to be here means they can just kind of walk it into second. The remaining players might try and get a kill, but they are trying to escape. It is definitely the right call.
Point is being captured.
Also, is the STV dying for just me, or is it like super hiccupy
It's
right now
probably
for
just
you?
you because I can still see the action, and there's a push coming
I
from
can
lower.
see it. It's just hiccupy.
Oh yeah, no, it can be a little bit laggy, but the Uber is pushed right through the lower end. They spotted the gun, spamming it out. That cow mangler can't do shit, buddy. But thankfully they pull off the cap, and that's gonna be 5-2. Theory of Knowledge definitely holding on to a dominant lead amidst a very slow first half. And
So,
apparently
let me get this right.
What?
What?
Sorry, no, I'm
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 confused
seeing
now.
GMs posted in chat, and I'm like, what? When did this happen? I have no idea what GM means.
Maybe time?
Oh, maybe it's good map.
Yeah,
Good
maybe
map.
there's just so little time left.
No, it's 5-2. It's over.
Oh, it is. Yeah, they capped. I'm dumb.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering what the M stood
like-
for. I think it
oh,
stands for
yeah.
map, not match.
This is
I
what
was like, why would
happens
you
when I
say
get
good
exiled and
match? It's
start
only the first
casting-
map.
Yeah,
oh,
good map.
map.
This is what happens when I get exiled to Australia again and cast win difference, not win limit.
Mm-hmm.
Win difference. Again, I'd have been prepped for this if I was told I was casting tonight.
Don't just stop talking about it, Graham. We're here. We're now. No excuses, Graham. Let's talk about this end game for this thing. So I was actually
Endgame,
very
it's
surprised.
a movie. It's coming out soon. I think Endgame's gonna be really good.
Yes. Oh man, and these stats are kind of wonky. I don't like ESEA right now. There's no way this is correct. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can do some numbers here. I'm doing some math. Hold on. It's 11:53. There's no way we went from a 3-2 with 300 DPM on phone to 577 DPM on brick. I'm pretty sure those two are just added together, the two halves. There's no way those are the actual DPMs.
Probably vintage doubled stats from
Yeah,
forever.
it's got to be.
That has never been an issue. It's always been there.
So I can't really speak to the power. I very much doubt Jeff pulled off a 600 DPM game at the end of it all. I mean, the thing is that this was not a 30-minute match. It started at what 10:40, 10:50, played for 20 minutes. There's no way it's a 600 DPM. Anyway, numbers wise, Phone's still dominating with his kills, 35 and 17, pulling off a 2-to-1 ratio here, as well as Stock only taking 2 deaths in that second half, even though they lost 1 round. Very, very strong performance. Very good numbers overall.
So yeah, now we're just going to process. That'll be fun. I'm excited for that. Process is a
Did
good
you
map.
say just process?
I mean, it might just be process. We might
But I
also
mean,
see
like,
sunshine.
Are you suggesting it's only a map?
It's only a map. It's not a word that people chirp me for because I say it relatively Canadian.
Process.
It's okay. People make way more fun of me for how I say sorry.
Why would anyone make fun of you for that?
Because I apparently say sorry weird. I don't know.
How is it weird? It's a normal Canadian accent.
Oh yeah, I think that's why. I think it's just me being Canadian is weird.
That I can believe.
Like Corn Pop doesn't even say it like as Canadian.
Yeah,
accent
Corn Pop is
as
an
I do.
American dude. A North American. He's got the North American accent down.
I'm just a hoser.
Yeah, that's more accurate too. Our STV situation is once again going to be a little bit dicey thanks to this wonderful change to the ESEA website.
Oh no,
But
do
we
ESEA STV still break perpetually for TF2?
No, it's just the one we had was a little different.
Gotcha.
I have the next map page set up. I'll be linking you guys to that, but I don't think I don't think the Go TV will be working. But we'll see. So, while we wait
loading.
for these
seems to work for me.
situations...
Connected.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
No issues here. Would you like me to paste connect info for you?
No, I already clicked the thing.
Oh, I never click it. I always just like right click.
I shouldn't have clicked it. Yeah, I should have done that.
Well, I mean, I'm on a black screen. I wouldn't say that's an improvement. I'm there though. Apparently. TF2, man. It's a game.
You're definitely further along than I am. Yeah.
Just got a notification on my phone telling me I can get free guac.
You gonna share?
Free. Well, it was really out of context. I was like looking at my phone. It's like free guac. Come and get it. And I'm like, what? And it's like, no, it's like I can add it to any burrito or bowl from a burrito place in town. It was Skip the Dishes giving me that notification, but it was just like free guac. Like, yeah, hell yeah, give me some free guac right now. That'd be great.
Midcast guac.
I did just finish eating midcast. I hope you didn't notice. You
Notice
definitely
what?
handed it off to me at least once, and I had like hamburger in my mouth. It was a good time.
Hey, I'm connecting too.
But I didn't beef it, despite it being a
Hmm.
beef burger. So it's okay.
Heyo. All right, Morris. I have your connect info. Oh, I am a fool. I'm very foolish to think that Morris wasn't already on top of things. We're on the next map, ladies and gentlemen.
Morris is a god. Like I have the stream open on my other monitor, and I'm just like looking, and there's some stuff here that's like production value that wasn't there when I casted TF2 for TFTV regularly. Like,
Yeah, this is a good time to shout out two very important people who have more. I don't know if they've explicitly been behind the scenes, but I know how much work they've been putting into all of the fantastic things that you get to see right now. I forget who started off this whole Node CG thing. I think that was Lang. Pretty sure that was Lang. But the important thing is, recently we've been seeing a lot of work from Pazer, as well as Vituft, the weed head from Germany over there in the EU area. He's been putting in a lot of work for coding and programming a lot of the things that we see in our current Node CG setups and helping all of our producers get things underway. So I just want to give a huge shout out to Vituft and Pazer for being the coding legend he is.
Yeah, Weedhoof's from Netherlands. I'm excited though. I'm gonna see him because I'm going to Copenhagen Games, so I'll get to see him there.
Yeah, that's in 3 weeks. April 20th.
Yeah, 17th to 20th. So actually a little bit less than 3 weeks.
Correct, 2 weeks to the day.
Yeah, I fly out on Tuesday. That's why in my message that like I posted in the chat, I'm like, yeah, if you have any games before Tuesday and you can't find anybody, let me know. And that's how I ended up here.
Caster's curse. It affects us in real life too.
I got half. Like they got it half right. They got the if they're short people they can use me part. Well, it's a work in progress on the let me know. Shout out to Zabumafu, good friend of mine, sending me a message on Steam being like, OMG, you're casting TF2 again? Like, I'm so happy. And then I'm like, sorry, what? I was really confused.
Hearing from a friend that you're casting for a night.
Yeah,
before you know.
I was out. I was actually at a Wendy's drive-thru when I got that text. So I raced back, and you know, I didn't miss too much. I don't think.
No, you didn't. The STV literally came up like maybe 5 minutes before you joined.
Oh well, my timing is impeccable. Just slightly fashionably late.
But yeah, now we're on process. We've managed to kill enough time that there's 11 in server, and Yeah, we'll be going live as soon as these last 2 players join.
Got a good mix. You know, if this was Counter-Strike, we'd be live. But this is not Counter-Strike. This is
Not 5v5.
the game.
No,
This
that's
is
a
the
different
game that
mode.
Valve somehow even cares less about. It's not Dota. It's their favorite. I'm kidding. I love Valve. Valve is great. Valve has never done anything poor. They have completely capitalized on Team Fortress 2, and it was everything Valve could be. Thank you, Valve. Thank you, Mr. Gaben. Please don't shoot me.
I was gonna say, like, all things considered, I mean, this game isn't like flawless. Like, it's not infallible, and some of the unlocks can definitely be a little jarring for a competitive scene. But all
Depends who you
things
ask.
considered,
Some
all
people
things
think
considered, a lot of work went into making this game. It was after 9 years in development, I was told once, and it still holds up. You know, that's why we love it.
That is true. Somehow after, like,
It was
time I played the
October
game,
of 2007. You were correct. It's been 11 and a half years so far. It'll be 11 and a half years next Wednesday.
wow,
To the day.
that's precise. Next Wednesday, like, as in like 4 days away, or
As
like a week and 4 days.
As in 6 days since it's
6 days.
Thursday.
It's Thursday. Oh God, that's scary. Yeah. What will I be doing on Wednesday? I will be landing in London. I get in at like, I think 11 a.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m. in London on Wednesday.
Oh, you're gonna get to Copenhagen. You're in Europe a week ahead of Copenhagen.
I'm spending an entire month in Europe. So I'm gonna do the UK just because it was way cheaper for me to fly into the UK.
Yep.
It was 700 Canadian round trip versus like 11 or 1200. Then I will do Copenhagen itself for a week in Amsterdam, week in, I think, Berlin was my current plan, and then like a day in London before I fly out of London again.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, if anyone's going to Copenhagen, please find me. Give me a hug or something. I don't know.
No, you
Please
gotta
say
give
hi.
them the secret code word so that they can get like 20% off their next Gramcasts t-shirt.
So what is the secret code word? Code word. What is it?
Daffodil.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Rose sucks, but you know.
Wow.
Because then I have to like give people money for the discount on stuff. Like, you're
Might as
killing
well
my
be
wallet
worth it
here,
if
man.
you're gonna make them say something.
You're killing my wallet, so it does kind of suck. Like, thanks, Ro.
I mean,
yeah,
the 20% off is not binding. That's on you.
That's fair. Yeah, maybe we can commit to this meme. I can just bring like little packets of guacamole and give people free guac.
Free guac.
Thanks,
Yum, get
thanks
it.
whoever. I didn't see who it was, but I saw a copy paste in chat. Like, so and so just won free guac from Dreamo. It's like, thanks.
Yeah, welcome to Guac Casts starring Graham.
Guac boat. That's the one downside. Ever since I dropped Dreamboat, is I could just put like something else in front of boat whenever it was like some meme happened. So like instead of Dreamboat, it was Guac boat.
Well, thankfully, we no longer have to piddle paddle our way through this downtime. We're here. We're live. It's process, not process. This is not some like main crayfish, crawfish type dealy. We're going into the process of this second map of this series for the IM Grand Finals of Theory of Knowledge versus Dunkmasters. Morris, what we got? Not Morris, Graham. Your last name is
I'm
Morrison,
Graham
though,
Morris'
and that's what's
son.
throwing me off. I'm sorry.
It's close. But what we have is just a little bit of pressure from both sides, from Dagger and Meatball. Very like mirrored mids from this point in time, but we're starting to see a little bit more commitment coming in from the Dunkers. And Jeff gets raided on the Med's head. That should be a kill, and you better believe it. He does have the kill on Fabulous. Meatball down too. Catface does come back in with the kill of his own, but that's about it. Come on, stop.
Ooh, one last ditch
live.
effort. Stock does manage to pull it off. Picks off Dagger. Gonna be holding down the sewer for his life. Can he find the escape? He does go for the jump. Can he make it through the lobby? He throws off a couple defensive stickies
Why?
and makes it out. This is
How?
why Stock has the low numbers he has on deaths. He just knows how to survive, even when the chips are down and he's the only player alive.
Control point is being contested.
Oh my. I don't get it. Like, I'm sorry, that's a free demo kill, like, super late, and he gets out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just talking.
But it might not be... definitely better than the alternative, like you said, a late death. But it's still going to be tough to hold off on this defense because the Uber's ready. Going straight for the gun. 2 stickies lay it out. Throw a couple suppressing stickies as well. A lot of tight defense, though. Everyone is completely corralled in this left side, and Legit is not afraid to walk forward here. Mark Carbine has found his stride. He makes his way through the Fortress of Hell in that upper room of death. And then the rest of the team follows suit. Closes it out. Quick 90-second round. Going off the Dunk Masters. Sorry, it was actually
electric.
a proper 120 seconds.
That was electrifying. Now Stock quite a bit earlier than Mark Carbine. Hasn't done the early damage though. In fact, eats the opening sticky from Mark Carbine. That's the only movement so far in this win. Now Dunk getting a little bit more aggressive. What can the Dunk Masters do? It's actually the bombs coming in behind. They're being condensed upon right now, but it doesn't matter. Jeff and Mad go down, or go get kills, I should say, on Fabulous. And now there is a couple more kills. Yeah, this is another easy mid. I am so out of it today. It's great. But Catface is in behind. What can Catface do?
As usual.
Catface
He's
is
waiting
low.
for that health pack over in the sewer on the red side. Just managed to pick it up. He's going to be making his way over. I don't think anyone noticed he was behind because they weren't really paying attention to it. So Catface could pull another little slick move we saw on Snakewater. Dunkmasters, though, holding on to this very strong momentum. I have a strong feeling that Dunkmasters chose this map. And there it is. He finds his way through and instantly gets dunked by the Mark Carbine Iron Bomber. Quick Uber out through the right side. This is door number 4, excuse me. Cutting off the edge, getting a lot of cap time here. Theory of Knowledge, though, they have 2 players sticking to the point, and Captain Fabulous is still up, throwing the arrows. Players are getting juggled off, and a nice little play by Legit to pick off the medic before going down. They will hold on to the point, but they will lose their medic, so it's going to be even Ubers on both sides. Can they get the cap on second before it's too late?
Wow. Again, I'm perpetually amazed by some of these like opportunities that feel like they should be a slam dunk. Like, they got so much time on that push early. I thought it was a slam dunk. I thought they had it in the bag. They didn't. And now they're throwing players into second here, and Jeff's gonna be the first one to fall. Mark Carbine's in trouble. He goes down too. This is all falling apart. They only lost a Brick McChunk. What an alias. And yeah, now it's XBX and Mad running away. I don't even think they can get out. They're in trouble.
Good chase coming out from the soldiers, chasing it down. It's Meatballer throwing a couple suppressing shots, trying to catch up these players, causing a little bit of distraction here while the rest of the team follows suit. Jeff is sky high and quick to die. Won't go away this time, though. Dagger also very low on health, waiting for an arrow to his safety, and Catface trying to play that defense he was earlier, that offense I should say, gets caught out. Even Ubers on both sides, but the number advantage is in the hand of Dunkmasters. Will they find their opening? Jeff causing a little bit of havoc here in the front lines at the choke. Dagger also meeting up, trying to play a little bit of a pincer through the IT. Nothing comes of it though. Catface going to be respawning shortly, and we're back to square one.
Very aggressive here. These players might get caught. Actually, Mad somehow jukes that rocket. That was very smooth movement. He was 5 HP. That could have been absolutely dire for him.
Legit on sniper.
How legit is he this time around? Will he hit the shots he needs? Or will he just whiff?
Or will he completely be unaware of the entire team behind him? As they start making their way through the sewer, it's Meatballer going down, trying to make a quick escape from Chuck, aka Brick McChunk. A lot of players falling. It's just the Dow Man and Catface playing defense on this mid. Mad 61, he's the Mad Lad coming through with Dagger on the top. He's pulling these players out and getting this mid cap for free. Very unfortunate for the theory of knowledge. Not really sure what they were thinking there.
Now we'll see how they try and crack this open. They do still have legit. He's going to be the man of the hour. And the man of the minute. If they can just get him a nice sight line here. Door is open. He's peeking through. Not seeing anything though. They're playing very passive, making sure that they are not in the sight line of a sniper. Cone is also up. So we do have that duel coming through right now. They're peeking into each other, but no one's actually peeking each other. It's the old, I'm leaving as soon as you show up, and vice versa. So they just keep moving around, and Jeff will fall to stock. So, big stock, just doing stock things. He's actually getting quite aggressive right now. Saw that as an opportunity to put some pressure through. Buys Phone some room to see if he can find a shot as well. This is a really nicely played second hold.
Yeah, Brick is taking a little bit of an overheal, but not going to be doing anything through the choke. They're just going to keep playing this very low-end defense. I don't agree with this. One adequate jump from Dagger or Jeff could completely stuff them where they are right now on this low ground. But legit, getting his angle from the right side, straight out through the trash. He takes the fully charged shot. This is the third kill onto Captain Fabulous, where he wasn't being watched at, and it killed their medic.
Yep. That's the way it goes sometimes when you forget they have a sniper. Well, Jeff, he's coming in. Oh, he gets domed by legit. This is problematic, but they get the force off. The double soldiers coming through, and Chunk hits a nice midi there. Little air shot. Things off. So the force means that we're actually going to be in pretty much even Uber situation here. Problem is, no one's alive right now. And that's a little dire for theory of knowledge. It's not quite no one. There is a medic, a heavy, and a scout. Well, there's a heavy and a medic now. Legit, again, doing legit things. And yeah, this is gonna fall very quickly. Now they have a couple more spawns, but they should be around. Surely, should be. There's no way they hold this. They can't hold this. There's no way. It's just Meatballer now, and finally, there we go. Duckmasters take their second round. It 2-0.
Gotta see something new on this next mid here. Is it gonna be a soldier play this time around, do you think, Graham?
I mean, you could always run sniper. No one would see that one coming. Not in IM finals. No one would see that coming.
This
it
will
will be aggressive soldiers. It's but get some pressure on. He's now behind them. We'll see if Dunkmasters can capitalize on that, or whether it will actually punish them not having a player in mid. Perhaps coming around, and really he's just going to show up right at the right time. XPS in a lot of trouble. Has to back out of this fight. Big advantage here for Theory of Knowledge. They just need to find the kills. There are no heals, and there will be the heal getting killed. Chunk getting that one, and everyone is starting to die right now on Dunkmasters. It will be almost a clean mid. They just dropped their roamer, but they will fully wipe them. That's what you want to see. And now Stock getting cheap here. Going to be throwing some stickies on the shutter. Thinks better if it starts to fall away, because legit's on sniper, as you'd expect.
One of the great things about that mid there, I don't know what first set the pace for XBS to be down on low HP, but the follow-up from Brick and Chunk was enough to finish it off. Catch the player just after they grab the health pack. Really good stuffing coming out from Stock, but he's not quite taking handle of the right side here. Only picks up Jeff through this entire exchange, but there it is. Meatball is throwing a little bit of rockets here and there, pulling some players out. This is a textbook frag last on process.
And, fortunately, like, everyone was dead on, or almost everyone was dead on the other team when the point was capped. It's not a case of where we had, back on Snakewater, 6 people alive and our last being capped out. I hate to see it, okay? I'm never not gonna say I hate to see it. Aggression again from these soldiers. All throwing a rocket around, not able to land anything. Things dial back as they once again trade sides. Should see a bomb come through momentarily, try and get some of this high ground. They are just sitting quite a ways back and exchanging rangy spam. Finally, Brick McChunk gets deep. Good damage onto XBS. Soldiers out in a little bit of trouble. Both of them will fall for Theory of Knowledge. They need their scouts to go massive. They're down a player, and there's a big kill on the Mark Carbine. The demo makes a slight ad here. This is a tough spot. Dagger's gonna be coming in behind. He's spotted out. He's completely shredded. And they should be a mid for Theory of Knowledge. They need their scouts to hit a few shots here. A couple players still alive. This is definitely winnable, but the Uber's out on the field. The other one hasn't come out yet. Fabio's milking nicely. We'll pop it off. They're trying to find any of these kills. This mid is so long, bro.
Finally, though, we do get a little bit of a footing here. Dunk Masters are backed out to the second. They only lost legit in the process. Heyo. But Theory of Knowledge will be holding on to this mid. That post Uber was a very good use of it, flashing constantly to keep the players alive. Find the kills they could. Couldn't quite grab more than just legit, though, who is already back on that sniper.
How will the sniper work out? I've said that a few times. A lot of the times it's resulted in the medic not looking at him in the med dying. So take that as you will. There's a nice headshot there on the phone. They know that legit is alive. They know what he's on. And now it's just a matter of making sure that everyone knows he's alive and on sniper this time. Every single player on your team. No one should be not looking at him and standing like right in his scope. So please avoid that.
Ooh. Captain Fabulous is going for a buff on the player playing near that choke and almost stepped over into the sideline of legit, who is still just very adamant about this angle. He knows something's going on here and he's ready to commit to it. He takes the shot, doesn't connect, but he follows up with a quick one. Quick aggression. Brick also riding these rockets off the stickies over there in the trash. Will not be able to pull anything off for the moment. So now big ad in the hands of the Dunk Masters, namely they've got the one-man advantage, but with a sniper it's a little bit tougher to get some ground here. They're gonna get some openings, you know, corralling the players, forcing their positions, especially with legit getting a charge shot here around the bend. Doesn't hit anyone though.
So where is legit from? Like, he's got 190 ping.
It might be Brazilian.
He's another one of those like insane Brazilian players
that's
that we've
just
had.
an assumption
like,
on my part. I have zero
Lico
clue.
at one point I think was Brazilian and played. He was pretty good. I remember that. But there is.
I'm on the case. Don't worry about that.
You're on the case. All right, I appreciate that. In the meantime, we do have two snipers on the field. It's legit and phone, and Brick McChunk goes down to Mark Carbine. You know, just roamer things, you die. Stalemates, that's how it happens. See if there is any space picked up off of that for legit to connect on any of those headshots or fully charged body shots, as he's made himself adept at doing as well.
Yeah, it gets the job done. It gets the job done, you know.
Exactly.
Not finding an angle spin. Phone also has the very interesting and precarious position of being on top of this crate. Here comes the moment. This is where the no, he pulls it off. If he just stayed scoped in, legit might have walked into the sight line, but looks like Dunk Masters are fully aware of this charge shot angle because it's been coming off non-stop, really. Phone now playing inside the IT, takes the shot, takes down legit, and I'm being told he is a Brazilian scout.
Yeah, it's all right. And now with that pressure, Catface is in here. Might find the kill on the dagger. No, will just escape the assist to XPS, and or you know, he'll also find a kill on the Brick McChunk. So that works out. Stock did get one on Jeff, so we're just down a pair of soldiers at the moment, and we still have a pair of snipers on the field. So really, despite there being a little bit of action, absolutely nothing has changed. Sitting in this spot. After 6.5 more minutes of this, we are going to hit the reset timer. I don't think it's going to get to that point. I've only seen, I think, 2 resets. I think I've only seen 2 resets in my entire time in TF2. It's like 6 years now? Something like that. God, it's been a long time.
The main cause of no players, the round resetting, the main cause of it is lack of initiative. Players realize that in a meta where you have to play perfectly, there is no way that a perfect defense can be defeated. And that's what ends up happening. Jeff, though, going to get taken down here by the nice handy work of Mr. Brick McChunk, holding up that door for Phone. And he's just popping off shots like it's hot rocks on a tot lock crock. My brain broke.
Look, that's what happens when he casts with me sometimes. Going in deep, though. We do have Matt. He's going to fall. Dagger actually comes in with the kill of his own. This is a really awkward spot, and we might actually see a weird exchange, possibly. I'd be all for that. Oh, no. Dagger dies. And here's the thing. This is Ahmed all alone. XPS is in trouble, but oh, the stinky traps. Mark Carbine, they set up for it. Catface and Meatball down. And XPS, yes, he did pop, but he lived. And that's, you know, something in and of itself.
Your exchanges are finishing up, fizzling out, and so will Mark. Once again, all alone, while the rest of his team is nowhere to be found. Dunkmasters, I'm surprised they're up 2 rounds with Mark still pulling off some of these costly mistakes here. Nowhere to work with, but they've got the numbers. There's no... Oh, what was that rocket? Dagger! He just did the 1-2 tap to juggle Captain Fabulous into an air shot, but it's not going to make a difference here. There's a huge play going on in the second point. The rest of the players are alive and well. What? Jeff pulls off a 2K for a single rocket and a 4th! Oh man, that saved this round. And Mark, who's on that respawn, tactically dying early so that he can respawn to stop this second cap, will be saving the round briefly, as well as Jeff. Oh my goodness.
We had the hero play by Dagger, who's been playing TF2 since 1982. Literally, he's been around forever. And then, like, Jeff, how do you get all those kills? It's unbelievable. But it might actually be thrown away. Mad dies early. Legit's in trouble as well. Health is actually still poor on Mark. And the fact is, like, they didn't get mid. This is all falling apart. Bro, hold me.
Some other time. Right now, we've got action.
Wow.
And you need to be... you need to be fully flexible for what's about to go down, because right now, second is up for the takes. And Dunkmasters are shaking in their boots all the way at last. And I don't understand why.
Well, so Mad's got the sentry gun. That's his claim to fame here. He's an NG main. Following in the livelihood of Sigafu and Rolling Wheel and some of the other great NG mains. Is there such a thing as a great NG main? I don't actually know. Okay. Uncle Dane, of course. Fun fact about Uncle Dane. You remember Pete used to play on Velocity? A lot of people credit me with coming up with the Sneaky Pete nickname and making it stick. May have done the making it stick part. It was all Uncle Dane's doing. So, credit where it's due.
Meatball, though, getting a lot of action and room, completely navigating this side room all by his own, but was not able to get the finishing blow onto Mr. Mark Carbine. Follow-up frag onto Catface, who was following up on that, was not enough to get an opening here. Quick retaliation plays by the soldiers, and they will both go down. This is a great opportunity here with the respawns to potentially pull off some kind of a play here before the soldiers of Dunkmasters respawn. We'll see if Legit can pull off a headshot to save this moment. The Uber is forced off quickly into the face of the players. Going straight to the sniper. What is Phone looking for? The counter Uber comes out from XBS, and Dunkmasters are making their way through the lobby here. Quickly up to the battlements, and a heavy has been spotted.
Actually, to be fair, probably Engineer was my best class. I remember coming like 3rd on NG points in ESEA, and I think season 22. That's the only time I ever did anything useful in my entire TF2 career. It was because I played NG. And I've kind of been a shitty person ever since, because that's what happens when you play NG in an ESEA match. Part of you goes insane.
Well, I think Catface is changing the meta in terms of difficult and frustrating defensive classes where they shouldn't belong. He's got the fully buffed, making his way through this rollout room. Thomas Law keeps himself hidden if anyone tries to peek around a corner, but I don't think Dunkmasters are interested in any of that action. They've got the numbers, they've got the defense, they're up 1 round. What do they have to do, you know?
I'm being asked to cast the Bat Mitzvah. I am a caster for hire. I'll cast whatever you want, or do any voice work. You know, just gotta find a way to put food on the table. So yeah, if you need, reach out to me on Twitter if you need Bat Mitzvahs casted, Really anything. Just let me know. Like this last hold, it's just being spam, and there's a headshot from Legit. That's some casting there for you, bro.
I was gonna say, do you have the capacity to create action for you to cast so that we could hear you cast the action? Because right now the action is very, very slow.
Look, man. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race. Fact is, it is 2-1 in the first half. Unless I fell asleep and woke up and we're in the second half.
This is an action-packed last, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fall asleep. Don't change that dial. But get comfortable. That's the breakdown here.
Yeah, get one of those. Oh, I'm totally blanking on what they're called right now. You know those like blankets with the armholes? Get one of those. That's what we need right now. A Snuggie. Thank you. And Brick McChunk, he's embraced in the Snuggie called Death. I think he went for a sack. He's coming back up here soon. Maybe on an off class? Maybe. Nope. Well, there goes my hope. Cat face though. He's just doing cat face things. He's on heavy, but Meatball dies. Rip. And the Uber's popped off. Fabulous. He got tagged down to 8 HP. Had to pop. And
no ground taken.
Wow.
They didn't even trigger the sentry's auto fire. That's how passive they were with the Uber phone. Just didn't see any opportunity. Oh no, the gun must have just swapped off. I was like, I didn't hear the sentry go off. Uber forced off very early. Brick McChunk not in the best position. Will try to make his escape out the choke here. One falls. It's Catface the heavy. Acceptable losses, but Phone on the scout, pulling off a Sandblast impression. Will not be able to pull it off. Brick, though, going to be playing defense on the Spire. Does manage to pull it off for them. It is the defensive efforts of Dagger that saved that round from a back cap, and now mid is ripe for the pickings. Theory of knowledge.
Dagger has been playing this game since like the 80s. He's been playing Team Fortress 2 since the 80s. You're not gonna fool him with that back cap. Nice try, but it's Dagger. He's too wise for that. Manages to keep his team with the lead. And now it's gonna be Jeff trying to fly in from above, and it doesn't work so well for him because jumping into scouts is not a fun time.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. Meanwhile, Stock holding down this choke. Definitely keeping the players at bay. Catface overstays his welcome, but somehow does not get punished. We'll be getting a quick little mid-pack. Get himself back up to snuff, and we're once again in a resetted position.
Well, now is where we probably see Legit come in and die. Sniper. Then like Phone's gonna go sniper. And that's boring. You know what I want to see? More Dagger on Spy. That worked so well on Snakewater. Like you got the sick 2K. Like we've had some really nutty Spy plays. I kind of want to see that. Dagger might die here. Oh no, he lives. Oh, okay, he dies in the end. But he managed to at least like stop himself from taking the fall damage, so he lived.
Oh okay. Man. Not only was it the meatball play from IT to get the force onto XBS, but Phone snatches Mark over at the choke there. What a disaster for Dunkmasters. This is a free mid for them. They're going to be fighting a couple players here, but Dunkmasters should not be committing. Jeff overstays his welcome. Legit tried to get behind. There's nothing that can stop the Theory of Knowledge from moving forward at this point.
Really well played by Legit, though. He got the back cap, pulled people off. It gave his team a chance. Wasn't a good chance, but at least delayed things a little bit. Helps things out is XBS, I think, by the time it's all said and done, might actually get the Super up on last, solely because of that play.
Second, quickly getting finished up here. We'll be here very shortly with a Legit Uber, that is to say. Legit will not be stopping it this time. They're pushing up the left side here, trying to lock out the medic. Medic not going to be able to get this Uber in time. If they can pistol it down, very nicely done by Phone. Brick also playing the top area, is going to be pulling some players down. Phone is on the hunt, but he gets two punched by Mr. Mark Carbine, and that's going to be the end of this push. Somehow, Theory of Knowledge just doesn't have the right ideas.
Wow. That Wow, that was just really impressive. Too
Tight
much of that
defense.
Uber went into trying to kill XPS, and when all was said and done, they didn't flash enough people, and everyone on their team died. However, good news, they're going to be able to take second back very quickly. Mark Carbine's down. They might actually be able to just walk into last drive because there's no demo. That's what I'd do. Let's see if they're ready to push in. They are finally starting to inch their way forth. They need to find some kills here, find anything but the heavy. It's going to shut that down.
Oh, but there's no demo man to stop the point. He's just now respawned. The cap time is on its way. Heavy goes down. Cafe's juggling his best. Rick throwing some players into the air. Can he survive the fall? Mark Carbine lands on the lip. Pulls off the best he can, but we'll get pistoled down here by phone. Quick little reheal. Stock playing a little tight on the defense. They don't want to recontest this at the moment. They don't have the numbers for it. And they will be setting up for a repush as soon as the respawns get up to the fray. There is going to be the initiation with the Uber. It's going to counter quickly by XBS. Looks like Dunkmasters will be able to pick up Meatballer, who was at the rollout room. Captain Fabulous making his great escape out the IT. And there it is. Cafe on Spy. Might be able to pull something off here while the respawns get into order. And these players find a new way to approach their offense.
Alright, time to devote my full attention to Catface, who is just building up that cloak and dagger, just sitting still. But let's see. Jukes a rocket. Well done. I've seen many a spy play fall apart because they walk into a rocket. That's tragic. He's got the info. This is kind of what some teams do in Overwatch with Sombra, where they just have them scout out, get the early info. That's exactly what they've done. They know where the gun is now. That'll be coordinated for when this push comes through. And we might be able to make something work with the spy. Will he get the backstab on XBS? He sees player out in the open. Guns move. Might allow spam to come in before it's up.
Yeah, the spy is a lot less viable at this time because XBS is playing the tight defense close to the ramp situation. Wide out in the open, not a lot of opportunities. Catface has to settle for something like legit right now. And he might be able to go for it.
Yeah, I take the heavy.
But now legit is playing much tighter with the point. Gonna make it much, much harder. If he goes for a decloak anytime now, they could pull it off, but they also have to coordinate the push immediately afterwards. Phone goes down though from Dagger, who was just kind of playing the spam game from the main lobby area. Does manage to pick that off. So there's the swap off from legit. Going on to Sniper. We'll see what he can find on this defensive sniper assassin.
Cafe's bumped into someone trying to cross to the other side. They know he's there. I fear this is going to be like Rewind 1-7 versus Ascent. No, he's actually just going for it. I respect that. He gets the sap. That might trigger a bomb, and it will. Bomb gets in, it gets the fort. Unbelievable. Such a little play just to get that sap off is absolutely massive. I was getting a little bit of PTSD to course. I think we were just going to sit there for like 15 minutes. But no, like, sap gets the force. Now it's full ad right now for Fabulous. Wait for Meatball to come up. This is perfect.
That was absolutely a lemonade out of lemons situation. Just goes straight for the sap, says gun sapped. Meatballer quickly gets into the fray. Phone now taking this Uber in, pushing out Mark Carbine, rotating over to the right side. They need to take care of this gun or get some cap time here. The stickies have been cleared off, but they've only grabbed themselves some ground. Not really a lot of opportunities to push forward here. And now with all these players playing these angles, playing these shutter doors inside of spawn, and Dagger getting a ton of damage up top, can they pull it off? Nice little pipe spam coming out from Mark Carbine. It's looking like a rough rotation coming out from the Theory of Knowledge. Fabulous
Time
Surfs
dwindling.
gets the frag onto legit, which is kind of funny. But will crater. Interesting.
Your half. Damn, I nailed that. I was like a half-second early, but that's a half. Not a bad half.
Well spoken.
Dunkmasters, though, they came out absolutely swinging. They put in a lot of intensity. They went absolutely ham at the beginning. And I think those first two rounds were pretty quick. And then things dialed way back. Way back. In Theory of Knowledge, managed to take one. Let's go way down in half. They felt a little bit more in control, I felt, as the game kind of shifted on. And now with this halftime break, I'm curious to see how quick it is. Because if I'm Theory of Knowledge, I'm readying up really quickly I want to be right back into this game instantly. I felt like we had momentum. Like you feel like, yeah, you botched the last push, sure, but you were at least like had opportunities at last. You were sitting in a good spot. You had second for most, like a good chunk of the end there. I try and ready up quickly, try to get right back into it and see if you can keep that momentum alive. On the other hand, I'm Dunk Masters. I'm drawing this halftime out as absolutely long as I can because I want to try and like swing momentum away from Theory of Knowledge. Take some time, see if you can regroup, come back into it better, and make another dent early in the second half.
I agree. The momentum is very crucial. Even though that was kind of a very slow finish to the first half, it's all about keeping the blood flowing, the hands pumping, adrenaline. All of these things definitely are a much better factor. If you ease up from that game state, it's all over.
Well, and keep in mind too, there's a lot of pressure in the spot. I mean, obviously this is IM Grand Finals, but there's a lot more pressure on one of these two teams. Theory of Knowledge, they took Snakewater pretty convincingly. They don't need to win process. At the end of the day, they can lose this map and be like, yeah, whatever. They just go into Sunshine, play well, and then there's champions. On the other hand, Dunk Masters, it's done if they lose this map. Like they can't afford to do it, so there's a lot more pressure I find in a best of 3 like this on Dunk Masters to try and keep themselves alive. Every round matters for them at this point. Every minute matters. They have the lead, sure. You don't want to sit back and turtle on like a 2-1 lead. But Ro, I know you're gonna tell me one thing any second now. You're gonna tell me to shut up.
Thing?
And it's for one reason. It's a very good reason. You probably have stats.
I do have stats.
You are.
But I
the
wouldn't tell you to
man.
shut up. That's not my place. But I will ask you one question, and it's a very simple answer. What stat is the same in this half as it was in the last game?
Ooh, 300 DPM on phone?
Not quite. 4 deaths on stock.
Okay.
And he also happens to be top damaging, but he was second top damaging in the last game. But
That's
4 deaths amidst all of that.
I was just assuming it would be phone popping off.
Yeah, it's true. He did also pop off. Still top fragging for his team. Mad 61 definitely turned up this time around. 24 frags, topping the servers off overall here. Definitely setting the pace, showing that he wasn't the no-name from last game that it felt like. Definitely making a name for himself. Not a lot of other interesting stats to throw out there. Overall, it's pretty much the same as it was. Just those two main things.
And now, because we didn't have much to talk about, it's fortunate we have the ready up come through right at the right time. We're live into the second half of this second map of this best of 3 for the IM Grand Finals. Colors have been swapped. Theory of Knowledge are now your red team. Feeling a little bit of pressure, but here come the bombs over the top. Dagger and Jeff get absolutely annihilated. Face and Meatballer will fall. Keeps it a 4-on-4. XPS in a lot of trouble. Kills, they are starting to go the way of Dunk, though. I think they'll be a-okay. Mark Carbine is churning in the damage. And fabulous kill binds.
That was very unfortunate there. There was a lot of potential there with stock. Throwing out a couple damage here, getting XPS very low on health as well. But Phone just lost the last little fight he could have to potentially save his medic, pull him out and escape if he could just 2-shot legit before he got 2-shot. But legit, it's too legit to quit. He does manage to pull off the final kill and basically turn this into a guaranteed round by making sure that the scout and medic can get out.
I feel like that's the first time we've said that Phone's lost the duel this game.
Yes, it is.
He's gone absolutely nuts, going insane. It doesn't matter though. Sentry gun down as the Uber's popped off. That's all they've been able to find at this point in time. They need to deal with that heavy. It's not going to be easy. They have a hard time. Heavy has found a kill. Trade 1-for-1 right now. Dagger in behind though, and there's a scout on the point. You need to find something though. The players, they're starting to dwindle. It's just Dagger and Mark Carbine. Take that, just Mark Carbine on offensive players. Looks like this will easily be a hold as XPS has gone away. Mad is up on Spy. I love it. Back cap, probably.
I'd be amazed. at how reckless this offense is from Theory of Knowledge. He just needs to decloak right now. Or no, he's going for the kill, I think. He's opted to go for the kill rather than the back cap. Definitely a viable strategy at this time, but time's running out, and he's decloaked while there's a player still coming up to the front lines. Doesn't get called out, though, and there could be the end of it all. Captain Fabius, turn around, please! No!
Oh, dear Lord, Matt. God, oh, God! He gets the pistol down on stock, too. That is so huge. That's absolutely everything. Med demo down. They're going to be selling out for XBS, but he is being kept alive comfortably. So, coming in. Will he find the kill? And they do! It's phone to actually hit the shot. Down goes XBS. So the salvage from these DMers is A-okay.
Nice little pre-fire there from Brick McChunk. Hitting this little wall shot there to dissuade the jumping soldier. Not going to make it much of a difference overall because here's his last lick. Doesn't manage to do any damage, but that's okay. The rest of the team, Theory of Knowledge, have themselves set up for potentially fighting this second right now. They're not giving it up without a fight. It looks like they're going to commit to it. A lot of players in the front lines. Nice little stock sticky. Takes down Jeff over at the choke here. 1 player's forward, 3 players back. This is not looking good. Mark hits himself on the lip of the girders above the choke. Can't make the great escape, and that will be the end of him. Mid is up for the grabs.
Well, cap down. Still no Mark Carbon. Means that there is space for Theory of Knowledge to walk through, and that's exactly what they're doing. Getting that window, and Dagger, he's in a lot of trouble, but he gets a big rocket on the phone. We'll keep him alive for the time being. Uber popped off here from XBS. They're gonna find Catface. Down goes Stock 2. And oh, Fab, he popped, but he dropped his demo. Absolutely devastating. He's got the kill onto Jeff, sure, but they are turning their tail and running.
I think that's the first time Stock has been dropped this whole game. Very unfortunate, and now it looks like very good opportunity. Dagger takes his way through the IT, takes a quick little shot onto Captain Fabulous before making his escape back to the rest of the team to heal up, reconvene, and find an opportunity to come back in. But the respawns are up for Theory of Knowledge, so they are not dissuaded. They are holding on to this mid firm.
Nothing like a good firm grasp on a mid. And that's opening up space as Brick McChink goes in behind. I thought he had it there for a second. He just went up going sky high. Didn't get the kill. He fell. Rest in peace. Just like Dagger, who came flying through, and really, well, only part of Dagger came flying through. It was just the corpse part. The life had already been drained from it. And you just saw the ragdoll go right in, land at the medic's feet. Good thing corpse can't shoot rockets.
Yeah, that will be the day. That's the update TF2 needs.
Yeah, there's how you buff Soldier.
As
give
if
him the,
Soldier
like,
needs to be
Junkrat
buffed.
Roamer does. Poor Roamer. Perpetually being mulched by scouts.
Meatball,
Phone
on
knows.
the other hand, I think he's got other things in mind than getting mulched. At least I would hope. He's not actually in a great position. He's just playing defense right now, which is important because Dagger's kind of had the mid number here, dialing right through the IT a couple times now. We do see Phone also making a call of his own. He does get the spot shot and locked onto Mark Carbine. He goes down. That's gonna be a very good opportunity for them to push out, but very low health on the Stock. He's gonna have to rotate for some heals. The Uber exchange is happening inside of the sewer, and Jeff is nowhere to be found. He's been exploded by the rockets of Brick McChunk as they make their way through the second and take it without a hitch.
Yeah, hitches aren't fun. You try and avoid them whenever you can.
Unless you're pulling a trailer.
I mean, I try and avoid it while pulling a trailer. I just pick up a trailer and start running. No, I'm kidding. I'm not TLR. I'm not that buff. TLR could do it though. I believe. Just pick up a trailer and start walking. It's just gonna start coming along.
You're right there, Graham.
Do people even remember TLR? Like, I've been gone for a while. Like,
you're
am I at the point
hanging
where
too
people
much on the
forget him?
nostalgia factor. Trust me, it's not as old as you think it is.
I don't know. People still don't know who I am. I have only been gone for like a year.
Meanwhile, Mark knows who he is. He's in the respawn timer. Phone picking up another critical kill here. Both? No, just the single Uber getting popped off through the rollout. Countered by XBS really quickly here. Good job from... Oh, never mind. Not quite a good job from Jeff to lock him out. Sentry gun goes down thanks to Meatballer playing offense from the... I don't know what angle it was to hit that gun on the point, but now they've got no sentry to worry about. Phone trying to lock up an angle here. Dagger keeping it at bay. Won't be lasting for long, and Theory of Knowledge still in a position here, potentially, to get a pick via phone.
Yes, via phone, not to be confused with Vodafone, that phone company in Europe. Via phone could be a phone company. Kind of sounds like
Viacom is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, there you go.
Viacom is a telecommunications business.
Well, in the business of phone's in the business of headshots, and he's not landed one quite yet. Just trying to find a line through. Got a big tag onto Legit a while ago, which of course is being fully buffed up.
Keep in mind, this was supposed to be Dunk's round. And now they've lost their demo man again. Oh, and a headshot rings out. Very low health on Mr. Legit. The Uber gets forced off here. It's a counter both ways. Phone gets taken down here. Not like Captain Fabulous to drop his teammate, but he will be linking up with the rest of his squad. One player behind, that's Jeff. The pocket, I would assume, since he's been taking most of the Ubers in these last few exchanges. Definitely going to be causing a little bit of havoc here, while the rest of Dunk Masters are kind of setting themselves up for a push out. Legit's peeking through the choke and the rollout. Can he get the fully charged shot on Fabulous? Is he going to just stand there? No, please!
Every single time. As you said, it's not like Fabulous. As you said, it's not like Fabulous to drop his team. Apparently, it is like him to drop Ubers though, and to snipers that just peek from angles, and he's just not even looking at them. It's the fourth time this series.
But yes,
he didn't at least have Uber, but still,
it's 3 too many times at this point.
It's 4 too many times, to be honest with you.
That's
just a little tragic.
I am, so you can like pardon one, right? But then like you should learn your lesson after one. By the way, phone on defense. Ooh. Not going to be able to pull anything off here. Tries to get a little bit of help here from Meatballer. Going to be able to survive this. Catface goes for the play. He's going to be completely uncontested this time. No one to play defense. There it is. 2-2. This was Dunk Master's round, if you'll recall. Somehow there was a miraculous defense by Theory of Knowledge, and now we're all tied up, and it's possible, it is feasible, that this is going to be enough for Theory of Knowledge to take it into their own hands and take this map.
20 minutes exactly left. They are going to put some pressure in. Mark Carbine's lit up very heavily. Might be in trouble, but does actually manage to live. Meatballer died to the pistol. Sad getting pistol down. The dagger still actually is alive, getting a lot of damage off there. Means that Stock's in trouble and will fall. This is again another big mid from Dunk Masters. It's been a strength of theirs on this map. Their mids have been very good. Theory of Knowledge.
What? Guys. He just walked into choke and was like, I'm gonna slow down the enemies. And he got killed within 2 seconds. And now they're gonna lose Brick, who's trying to pull some miracle. Yes! Oh, beautiful. But there's a rush coming in, and there's the Uber ready. They're gonna have to pop very early just to save that soldier who's still on low HP, but Brick knows how to walk forward and keep them at bay. Doing some good damage as well. It's gonna be a nice and comfy defense getting in position here as Meatballer clears out the lobby and locks it down for his team. Oh, there it is. Nice 1-for-1.
One for one, you'll take it there. Something. Better trade though. If you are Theory of Knowledge, or trade your roamer for a scout every day of the week. At least I think you would. Things haven't changed that drastically. No. You absolutely would. You know what else you'd absolutely do? Run sniper here on Legit. That's what he's done. So we'll see if he can find another pick, perhaps on a medic not looking at him. He's been adept at that so far.
Definitely could work out for him. Theory of knowledge, though, we've seen them defend with less. So it really just comes down to how much are they going to give up to legit, and I know they're not going to give too much. It might be enough. One shot might be enough, but they're not going to let him get everything. Except for right now where they give him everything. Oh, he misses the shot, though. I don't understand why Brick McChunk is actively walking into the sight line instead of doing something to maybe potentially offset this sniper angle.
Well, let me get back on my legit cam. He's walking into rockets. It's always a good move. He's unscoping. Players appear on his screen. It's an effective way of finding kills. Peeks out though. That should be a free kill, except it's not. I thought he had that on Rick McChunk. Did not manage to do so. We'll see if he can find something else. Changes his angle. Trying to look around. Doesn't get the NG either. This is unfortunate. I've hyped up legit. And hasn't been so legit. Well, here's the thing, Ro. There's one thing we can say, is these teams are comfortable sitting in this spot right now. They're not really comfortable getting out of it, because we've seen...
Oh no, I would disagree. Legit has the angle, picks off the sniper. It's not sniper. Sniper picks off the... I thought, for some reason, I thought the engineer got killed because it was Mad61 who died, but we're looking at the wrong colors. So, yeah, good defense coming out from Catface, but the respawn is quick enough that Mad61 is on that spy.
Alright. He's got a lot to live up to. We've had some real good spy plays, and okay, down goes Catface. Mad, he's got a lot to live up to. We've had glorious plays. Oh, it doesn't even matter as long as legit's gonna do that. So maybe we don't need to see Mad do anything. Uber though, it's popped out.
Yeah, Dunkmasters really want to make this happen for their team, but it's not going to work out. The Sentry can definitely counter a Cow Mangler. Very low health on that gun, though. Going to finally get dealt with, and Mad61 still playing back. Legit got taken down here during the exchange, so that's going to be a very good opportunity for the rest of Theory of Knowledge to move forward. They take down Dagger as well. No soldiers, no medic, nothing. Well, they do have Jeff to worry about, but he's all the way at mid. Mark is nowhere to be found. Mad? Wait.
Oh no,
wait.
Not like this.
He just soloed poor little... Who was the sniper? Who was the NG? Was it Phone? What was going on? Why did that work?
Well, that's what happens when you're an NG standing a little bit too close to the Sentry. You set yourself up for that. Don't stand right beside it. That's your life lesson. New player. Now we have this mid coming through. Jeff going around the world. It's gonna be legit though to find the first kill on the meatball. Phone takes a lot of damage, falls away. Jeff actually gets a kill there on the brick. Down goes Fabulous to Dagger. This is looking good for Dunk again. They just need to keep XPS alive. That's exactly what they'll do. It's just stock. He's gonna try and jump away, and instead he's gonna die.
Rest of Dunkmasters making their way through to second. Meatballer just on the respawn, playing last. Normally when you're the roamer in this situation, you know, you've just respawned because you died at mid very early on. Your job is to seek and destroy that Uber on the enemy team. But right now, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them because he's just playing full defense, and Dunkmasters are ready to roll.
Uber, it's in. Mad's getting right up in the face. Can't really spam down this gun though. The Pyro's doing a good job. Finally, the gun does go down, but that's an entire Uber used on it. They've dropped legit. This is absolutely tragic. This is all falling apart. Down goes Dagger too. Oh, a devastating push. Our Carbine's gonna fall long range to Meatballer on heavy. And wow, that was tragic.
Thanks, Tragic.
Alert. Our control point.
So yeah, like I said, Theory of Knowledge knows how to defend with even less than an Uber. I think that's their key here. They need to just stop letting Captain Fabulous get Uber so they can defend with impunity. because they're currently 2 for 2 on no Uber defenses. Dagger, though, looking to take something down. What a weird reaction shot from Brick. He did this, like, flick after jumping, and he got Goomba stomped, but it was enough to just get the kill onto Dagger. He didn't even get a chance to land. He just got obliterated from the sky. Cap goes to them. They still got the Uber, but XBS will have the Uber available in just a moment. Brick getting a nice little bit of ground here with a good rocket jump. Follow up from Jeff here, trying to initiate, trying to get to the back lines through the trash, but jumping up to the fence line. The Uber gets forced off from Captain Fabulous, who's up against no one. He's just getting out on his own, and the rest of these players are left out to dry.
Yeah, it's not really an effective use of a Uber there at all, really. They need to try and get the force here on XBS. Trying to spam them out before they walk through. Look like they'll be able to get close unless Cat face. Oh, he does hit the shots needed. Uber is popped. Now there's going to be the fallback from Theory of Knowledge, but they'll be able to leapfrog here with Uber. Have about 30 at. It's built well. They might be able to eke it out to 40.
Yeah, big ad indeed. And I like where it's headed because Dunkmaster is currently with their only 3-2 lead with very limited time on the clock here. Less than half the timer has already elapsed. Probably down to 12 minutes as it stands. I would really want to see Theory of Knowledge pull off at least another round win. And this is the start of it. If they can get in without using their Uber, it's definitely theirs. But they lose Brick to the sticky trap set up by Mark Carbine. A lot of spam coming their way, and Meatballer is nowhere to be found. They're yielding it. They don't want to commit.
Yeah, they chose to eat that push, pull away, and I think that might be the right decision. We'll see what Dagger can do, though. He's raiding on stock. Oh, he gets the kill. And this should trigger some space being gained here from Dunkmasters. They're going to try and take the solo Uber. All likelihood. Now it is popped off. He's not hitting the shot. Oh, no. Fabulous. How is he juking in this? This is so good. They have to back off. They don't even force the Uber out of Fab. That is everything right now for Theory of Knowledge.
Especially with Mark Carbine, who was very committed to defending this choke in the face of 2 scouts and an Uber available. He didn't even pop the Uber, by the way. So there goes the Demo Man defense coming into the second point. It's going to be a very much open season for this second point. As Phone taking a little bit of damage here, going to be kiting the damage as best as he can. Brick finds the kill onto XBS, separates them from the pack, and then picks off another one just before going down to Mad. Definitely a good trade, especially after everything else that you just gained. Full Uber, no heals. Please, Theory of Knowledge, get it together.
Oh, Jeff goes down. Down goes the gun. Theory of Knowledge, they're looking poised. This is a great chance for them to do so. They need to find some kills, though. They're actually going to drop Meatballer. They quickly trade through. Dagger falls. This is looking really good at this moment. We need to find a few more kills. XBS in trouble is going to be condensed upon. That's another pick. No heals now, and now it's just playing the war of attrition. But they're dropping players. This is actually working out for the defense. No heals, no problem. It looks like they're actually going to be able to hold, and indeed they do. They find the kill on the phone. Fabulous is backing out. Might actually drop second off of this, but the good news is they will have Uber ad.
Dagger had something to say about it. Almost had the opportunity, but the defense is just too strong. Charge shot almost causes some havoc here at the choke. Very nicely expected by the Theory of Knowledge. It seems they have a third brain that allows them to see these things ahead of time. They now have their Uber. They've got their numbers. It's all coming down to this push. So we see them moving away through the lobby, out the second, third, fourth door. There we go. So make way quickly, taking down the sentry. Cap time is underway, but not really being followed up. They need to get pressure on the Demo Man, otherwise these stickies are not going to be dealt with. Finally, it caps it off, but they don't focus the cap. Brick is now making his way over to XBS, has the number of that poor medic, and will be getting taken down finally at the end of it all. Captain Fabulous, I mean, this is like his third Uber in a row being used post-exchange to take down the medic and then set things up.
Yeah, those are a couple huge kills coming in these last couple pushes on XBS. Things are starting to fall apart. The Uber's not going the way they like it. They managed to kill the med, get Fab out. It just resets to full Uber ad. They can try different pushes, try to make it work. Keep in mind, they have 8 minutes now to try and tie this up.
Uber's ready. Got about 15 seconds
It's
before
go
the
time.
super is ready for them.
Demo,
make
he
their
goes
way.
so deep. Look at that. He went flying to the moon, pushes them all back. Now there's time for them to try and zone off this cap. Problem is, down go Phone and Catface. There goes two of their better cappers. I think they might actually just fall away off of this. Down go their soldiers. It's going to be Fab and Stock trying to escape. This time, though, they don't kill XPS. And I don't think Fab will live. He falls. That is going to be all she wrote there. Exactly. Stock made it interesting. But second's going to be Cap. There's going to be full Uber ad on XPS. Forward spawns, though, will come up just in time. I think it's going to be so close. Does Fab get it? No, he doesn't. It's even better. No heals on mid. They're going to walk in for free. That was so well done.
Tried to make something happen at the choke here. Had his opportunity, but was spot out at just the right time. No soldiers up for the Theory of Knowledge. And it looks like just Catface, once again, finding his way in the back lines. He knows how to get behind, and he knows how to tease it just right so that the players have to keep their eyes open.
There's nice stuff. Just gotta give credit where it's due. Meatballer's gonna come flying out. That is gonna be very, or it's not gonna be futile. You can actually get the force out. I understand nothing. Mark Carbine's dead. I'm so confused. Bro, help! What just happened? How did he do no damage and force the medic?
Brick McChunk made his way to the point as the Uber was unflashed, and poor demo Mark Carbine did not survive. Dagger takes an arrow though. Will be able to stay alive for just a moment longer. Does not make it happen. Mad Lad gets the force. Stock, only one able to meet up, trying to play the escape route. Mad finishing up this cap. Does take a little bit of a sticky here. One more will take it down. The rocket is the culling strike from Meatballer, and XPS is jumping through the choke like a fool. Excuse me. There are rules here.
I'm so confused. I don't understand any of that. Wow. Well, like, how did any of that work? Doesn't matter. Brick is going deep, and he's actually pulled off that one. He decided, you know what? I'm just gonna jump for the sake of jumping. Be entertaining. Have some fun myself. I respect it.
Yeah, this game's all about having fun, right?
No, it's about winning. And that's currently what Dunkmasters are doing. I think we're down to about 5 minutes-ish, if my internal clock is right. I don't actually have the thing on my HUD that tells me that some people do. I know our producers do. Oh, hey, I'm right. Thank you, Mr. Producer Man, for telling me that. So about 5 minutes left. There is a 1-round lead for Dunkmasters. Again, they win this map, we go to Sunshine. That's our tiebreaker. Lose this map, it's over. So, Theory of Knowledge, they have a little bit of pressure, but not a ton, to try and tie things up. If we do end this half tied, we're going to a golden cap. That's what's on the table for the moment, Ro.
Big jump coming out from Brick McChunk. Gonna try and get it followed up with an Uber. The exchange will happen on both sides. Jeff trying to create some ground here. Can't get flashed in time. XPS not gonna overcommit for that one. And now it's time. Theory of Knowledge has an opportunity to make their way through. Try and pincer some players in. One leaks through. It's Catface playing outside the sewer. The rest of Theory of Knowledge need to make their way through the choke here. Jet Dagger jumps over. Doesn't find anything of consequence, but Theory of Knowledge have managed to pull off a little bit of ground here. Dagger reconvening to the point here, takes down Captain Fabulous. Phone also falls down to Mad. It is going to look very strong for Dunkmasters to finish this up. Just cleaning up scraps at this point. Mad is on a streak and is not going to let up here at any moment. There it is, Dunkmasters hold on to mid. Not even losing any cap time whatsoever.
Yeah, now they are free to take second. There is no one in a shenanigans space, which is always good news.
What do you mean it's good news? I want to see shenanigans.
I meant good news for Dunkmasters.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Shenanigans can be fun, but with this much time left, can you really afford it?
Well put, Graham. Time is of the essence here, and risky plays are the difference between life and death. However, I would like to argue If they feel confident enough to defend, they made the right play, of course. And considering they're about to get their Uber, and they've also defended without Uber on several occasions, I'm pretty sure it's going to work out for them in the long run. But when the chips are down and you have nothing else to do, the shenanigans can be the make or break situation. But now Dunkmasters, ball's in their court. They could wait it out, try and get a last minute play, and I think that Theory of Knowledge knows this, so they're going to be sending in Phone from the one shutter. Not going to be getting a very good force out overall. Stock might get disconnected here. He does get corralled in the corner. Almost pulls an escape of his life. Jeff down to 1 HP, waiting for that arrow to save him. He gets pistol down, and Theory of Knowledge is completely dominating. But they are going to be taking a lot of damage here, trying to get back. It's just Mad going into the scout. Cat face. Good pull. And there's the rocket to take it down. Big pipe coming up from Mark. Going to pick up Captain Fabulous. Nothing doing there. Looks really good for Dunkmasters to maintain some kind of ebb and flow here, where they stay on top of the game. Cap is going underway, but they're not going to get it before some players start peeking this choke. It's looking like an opportunity. They do get the cap, but for how long? Jeff kind of getting corralled into the wall here, not going to find an opportunity to jump any further. And Phone not letting up 1 ounce of this space. Dunkmasters opting to get their Uber ready for this push.
Can't afford to let up because there's got to be like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes tops left in this game. They have to just hold W if they want to try and tie this game up and force a golden cap. Dropping Fab's not going to be good for it though. Phone down 2. This is all falling apart. This will surely be a map going the way of Dunkmasters. There is a heroic attempt to try and find XBS. It does not come to fruition. Stock the only one left alive. And I think this round is going to go the way of Dunkmasters, and this map will as well. Meaning we're going to Sunshine.
See what develops though. Anything can happen as Stock plays a miracle pipe defense to hold on to the second and follows up by picking up Mark Carbine straight out the shutter. He's got the pipes ready to go. A third kill! Can he get it? What a defense! And now we do see it's time for the Meatballer to take his pick. Doesn't manage to pull it off, but Mad will be pushed out. Nowhere to go but back. And there it is. What a defense. My man, Graham, please.
Uber, though, it's on the field. XBS has popped it off. They need to find Fabulous. He's going to escape by the skin of his teeth, down to 6 HP. And now his players, they're doing the work for him. They're finding some kills, but there's not a lot of time left. They need to find a few more very quickly. I still don't think they actually have time. It's hard. I don't have a HUD up with numbers like that. But Meatballer goes deep. Not able to find it, and this, I think, will finally be all she wrote in the game. Surely. 30 seconds left, my producer tells me. Yeah, there's no way this happens. Uber's popped off. They're going to continue to go deep. They have a very small sliver of hope. Of course, I don't think they know exactly how much time is left. They just know that time is late. Fab, what a surf that was. But that is it for map 2. Sunshine is where we go, Mr. Rowe.
You know.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, you came for action tonight, and you've got it. We're going to map 3, as Graham has just relayed to us. We're going to talk about that last game very briefly, and then we're going to swap to a quick break so us casters can stretch our legs, get some kind of, feelers out.
I could definitely run to the washroom. That would be pretty ideal. Soon.
So, my dreamboat, my Graham, you do that. I'm just going to break down the stats for our viewers who are very savvy to hearing numbers that are read to them in a sequential order. Top damage. Can't tell you because the stats are really borked. But Mad definitely pulling off the most frags in the server. Still maintaining his lead. I think he had 21, 26 in the first half. He has 53 by the end of the second half. So I'm pretty sure he maintains that top fragging position. Also one of the few players to break 100 points between 2 rounds. Very strong indeed. Over on the other side, we do see Stock maintaining the lead in least deaths, 14 to his 22 frags as well. Also topping the charts with his 16,000 damage across 2 halves. Followed closely behind his Phone. Top damaging for Team Theory of Knowledge. Not quite enough though over across the board. The frags were much more in favor of the Dunk Masters, pulling in by the end of the whole game a total of, math in my head, 60 plus 113, 160 frags, not counting XPS's 3 kills as a medic. Definitely strong on the side of Dunk Masters, showing their dominance. It is, after all, as I recall, once I can look for the the match page. All right, I found the match page with the match comms. This is bizarre. Apparently Meatballer banned process and then said, actually, we banned propaganda. And then Team Jeff picks process. Interesting.
Wow, that actually is pretty funky.
A lot of things could have happened overall in that circumstance, but that's how the vote bans went for this series. We'll be now briefly going to some music from Morris, our DJ extraordinaire. We'll see you guys in about 5 to 10 minutes for the final conclusion to the IM Grand Finals. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sunshine. This is the good stuff. This is the final map for the Grand Finals. No fancy best of 5 or anything like that. No, we've got simplified rules down here. No bracket reset. No nothing. This is for all the marbles. I'm Ro. I'm being joined by the Dreamboat himself, Graham, as well as Morris, our camera guy. We're gonna be rocking and rolling here very shortly between these two teams. Theory of Knowledge, which won the first map on Snakewater in a somewhat convincing second half, more than the first half, a 5-2, versus a very close 3-2 finish with a lot of potential for Theory of Knowledge to overtake Dunk Masters, but Dunk Masters had a dominant first half on Process. So now we're on Process 2.0, Sunshine.
Well, you know, that map could have ended so differently. There were a lot of opportunities. I think it was 3 times that Theory of Knowledge pushed last, killed the medic, and then got Fabulous out. So they kept just walking back in with full Uber and still couldn't cap out.
Mm-hmm.
That is just a testament to, well, it's either one of two things.
It's both. It's both those things.
It's a testament to Dunk Master's holding ability, and it's a testament to Theory of Knowledge's impression of Season 16 Exodus, where Ascent became forever infamous, or Elevate, or whatever you wanted to call them, for whatever point in time they were Ronin at one point, where they were just became known for their inability to push process last. All stemming from Season 16. It was a classic. That was actually the first ESEA LAN I watched.
That was also the first season after Quick Fix was banned.
No. Quick Fix was banned the season before.
No, it was played in 15.
It was not played at 15 LAN, because 15 LAN was the seagull, blocked by a seagull. Was it not?
Season 15 was when Mix-Up won a season that wasn't an even number, and it was because of the Quick Fix, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I thought
because that was when
15
Platinum ran Conqueror, whatever they call it. He ran the Conqueror after a 0-0 first half.
Apollo's backing me up. Quick Fix was banned season 15. Season 15 was flocked by a seagull. Season 16 was the first one with Froyo. And season 14 was the Quick Fix LAN.
But I remember Mix-Up winning that LAN, and they didn't win 14 though. They won
15.
Yeah, they won 15.
Blocked by a seagull. Over IT.
But
that
I feel like they only won 15 because of that Quick Fix, because of that match.
No,
Either way.
It wasn't Quick Fix.
Either way. Quick trip down memory lane while we wait for these final players to ready up for our final map. No Quick Fix here this time around. A lot of unlocks have been reworked. Now it's a Cow Mangler meta, which thankfully people are starting to realize, hey, we can run engineers on these last holds, and they can body these Cow Mangler players.
Mac is doing Canadian things. I don't know what things he'd be doing, but I respect it as a fellow Canadian.
Yeah, here in North America, we don't discriminate.
I mean, yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Let's not get into politics.
What politics? Everyone in North America is friendly.
Yep. So
Smile
friendly
W.
that we build walls to keep everybody safe. Right?
All right, you're taking this in the wrong direction. I'm talking about TF2, buddy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were,
Excuse
they were saying
you.
in general, and I was really
Excuse
confused.
you. We are gamers in a gaming world.
We get along except for that one time Canada burned down the White House.
Hey, no one knows what the War of 1812 was, and the White House was also literally on fire.
It's where the song "Burning Down the House" came from.
There has got to be a way.
There is a way. Do you know the way?
Burning down the house. I love that song. It's probably the only Talking Head song I actually know. Oh, except for that one. And the days go by, and there's water flowing.
He, according to XBS, he's drinking maple syrup straight out of the glass. I respect that. Well, that is what we're waiting on. Mac
Well,
to come back
maple
to life.
syrup pours pretty slow.
Oh hey, that's exciting news. Console, add in Twitch chat. I don't know if anyone knows him. Probably shouldn't. But he just said, I just remembered. I have cheesecake. I love cheesecake. And then something I can't say on stream. So shout out to Console and his cheesecake. I kind of
This
wish
is a
I had
happy
cheesecake.
chat right now. Hold up. We're in a happy chat right now. Guys, post your favorite dessert in chat right now. Something that you have in your house right now. Hey, I have a Klondike bar. Grant.
I don't have any desserts in my house because I'm on a healthy kick.
Well, what desirable healthy snack do you have?
I have some pancake mix.
That's not very sweet.
It is when you put maple syrup on it.
You'd probably want to make it into a pancake first. Either way,
Yes.
we're finally live. We've got things setting up. The green text is up. Match is live. And these players are going to be playing
God.
Process 2.0.
You know we've scraped the bottom of the barrel when we try and get into talking about desserts. And you know what? It hasn't scraped the bottom of the barrel. Mark Carbine got there on mid faster. He is bringing his A game here, and he better because it is the grand finals. Third map. All the marbles on the table right now, and he's done so much damage with the bomb, stock, and phone, and Fab all go down. Oh my, that's a trio. Two to Jeff, one to Dagger. The combination was so strong. However, XPS does go down late in the mid. It's just Catface 1v3 right now. Do you believe in the miracle? No.
What a rocket from Dagger. It was the 1-2 alley-oop into Mark Carbine's sticky to take down Catface. Didn't even get a chance to reload before he was done with. Dunkmaster's doing a good job of finishing up this mid, but XBS was taken down by the exquisite bomb coming out from the one, the only person that I'm trying to read on the kill feed that I'm very poorly tracking. I'm almost there. I can't read names. It was Reflecto, aka Brick McChunk. Managed to pull off the 1-2 punch, corralling XPS into a corner, out the choke, finishing it up, so that Ubers would be even for our viewing pleasure.
What a friendly person. Making
Smile
sure.
W.
Thanks, friend. So it's Reflecto. I can add that to the list of people that I remember from back when I played.
Yeah, Reflecto and Captain Fabulous, I played on their team. way back
I played
when
on
we
a
were
team with them
open.
too.
Yeah.
Back in
times.
season 19, I think. After fun, I played on their team as a sub. Funnily enough, after I got cut from the team for Meatball, from a different team. That's like a weird all one season tie-in here. And speaking of tie-ins, Legit has tied his shoes, tripped, anyways, and died. Meatballs did too.
Interesting bomb for Meatball. He almost got XBS down to the forcing range, but XBS had eyes on all of those rockets, knew when to hold it and when to fold it, and it was a hold situation for sure. So now, looks like they're taking their opportunity while Meatballer's down. A couple spam shots coming out from stock. Jeff makes his way through the bend. Dagger taking the opportunity to follow up, but will walk into a wall of stickies and rockets, and will fall to the hands of Brick McChunk. It's an opportunity now for Theory of Knowledge to make their way through this valley, through this choke, try and get some people together and open up. XBS on half HP right now, definitely an opportunity to get a better Uber exchange if things work out, but nope, they've rotated back out and now they're trying to decide the new approach to moving into this mid.
There are a lot of ways they can do it. Getting your demo set on fire, because that's a thing, it's probably not the good way. So they pulled back, build them up, trying to avoid getting set on fire. And now Dagger goes deep, and he is in, and he's dead. He tried. Valiant effort. And now back the other way, Meatball is in, and he is also dead. Again, their efforts, give them credit, they're trying. It's something.
I'd like to say that Dagger is going the distance and going for speed, but he's not quite got the aim down. Too much knockback from all the scatter guns, from all the soldiers. It's just not working out for him, but he can just keep going at it. But this time around, he's not going to be using a rocket launcher. He's on spy.
Ooh, spy. Where is he? I'm clicking. I can't find him. Help! Oh, okay, there he is.
That's why you need to have that. Too. Yeah, this is dungeon. He can go straight up, get right onto the soldier. They know he's there. He's pistoling them down. He gets a second one.
What?
Both soldiers are down now.
How?
And that was the Latrange, by the way. That has reduced damage.
All right. And after all that, nothing happens.
Welcome to the game.
I am broken, okay?
Graham,
that's
welcome
not
to
how
the
it's
game.
supposed to work. You're not supposed to kill both soldiers with the spy play and have nothing happen. Killing two soldiers for a spy is like, okay, now we can at least like pressure. We can do something and nothing. Dagger back on soldier, goes for a bomb, he beefs it. Jeff tries to come in too. He's in trouble as well. They just run away. Jeff might actually get caught here. They're coming flying around the corner. Oh, but the arrow is just in the nick of time. Mad though, he will fall. Down goes Jeff too. This is finally an opportunity, and that's because XPS dropped a couple players. Down was in a lot of trouble. Down goes Mark Carbine. This is all crumbling, and worst of all, XPS did, as I mentioned, pop that Uber to no avail.
Yeah, didn't really link up with the players that needed saving the most. And now we've got Mad, the heavy, wearing the party hat and the Nordic beard, getting set up for an opportunity to push out. Does get spotted out, gonna have to back spawn this time around. Looks like Theory of Knowledge definitely in a position to take the lead, take the round, and probably steamroll it, because this is what we saw in previous matchups. If they can keep this lead, they're definitely gonna have the momentum going into the next mids, the next rounds, and take it down.
Well, they've found the gun. That's something. It's not really worth using an entire Uber on. And the fact is, they need to kill XBS ASAP. 96, 98, 99, 100. There's the Uber. Yeah, they are down 2 players, sure, but the fact that that's in their back pocket means that they should be able to live. There's the pop off. Flashes around, and the pyro doing oh so much work. Will be a hold. Problem is, Fab is well out. He's gonna have small ad. Might give him a window to try and walk right back in.
Things are looking good for the rest of Theory of Knowledge. They did manage to get the force at the tail end of that. amidst all the other shortcomings of this push. They are in a much better position at this moment. But it's not going to work out in the end because the Uber is just way too tight, and their distance between them and the rest of the team is going to be very tight to pull off. They're making their way through the dungeon. Their timing is actually significantly good enough, but the positioning of the enemy medic is too strong for them to get this in time. XBS is certainly going to get this Uber, especially healing this heavy. Oh, it's so close! One more shot would have taken it down, but it was not fast enough. XBS gets the Uber, starts flashing some players. The chases are coming in. It's looking really good. Earlier in the pregame, we saw Catface say, "I hope wasting an hour of my time will have been worth when we roll you on this map." Right now, Catface is taking a pipe to the face from Mark Carbine.
Alert. The control point is being
Mark
contested.
Carbine is absolutely slamming. But the problem is, might overstay his welcome again. There's pressure on him. He is going to be able to back out. This second will not be capped. It's going to be hung on to by Theory of Knowledge. In that exchange, what had been a slight Uber advantage, though, for Fabulous, has dwindled to even. So not quite ideal.
Uber's getting built up, but it's even, much more even this time around. We'll see how things develop. I'm very suspicious of any kind of plays coming out from the people in the know. They've got the cookie cutter set up. They've got players trying to make their way in through the lobby. They do manage to pick up Dagger on the left side here. Definitely going to be an opening shot. Speaking of shots, legit going to be taking down Phone, who is definitely not going to take kindly to that. Mike coming up on Sniper as well, as we continue to see this stalemate. Yes, Graham.
That's my guess, probably. Oh, well, he's thinking about it. He's contemplating. He's pondering life, and of course, he did. He came up Sniper. Thank you, Mr. Phone. I like it when like players prove me right. Where I'm like, yeah, he's probably gonna come up Sniper.
Yeah,
Then
it validates your knowledge of the game.
He opened the door. He started to walk out and then thought better of it. That's how close I was to being wrong. But we'll see if he can make it work. He is the only player remotely forward on his team. Now they're coming around to finally show up. Might peek through here. Dagger is standing on top of a box. That would be a potential kill. There's an opportunity. Jumps across. Not able to land it. Try and push forward onto him. He's falling away. Now we peek the other side. The other side. And he'll find the shot onto Jeff this time around. He's done it. Hallelujah. He's gonna keep peeking now. Can he find anything else? There's another sniper. There is a demo man. Headshot connects onto legit. Doesn't find the kill. The nature of not having a fully charged peek when you do so.
That's the nature of taking a shot and then quickly headshotting the other player as soon as you finish your shot.
Well, you know. It's sniper, man.
Yeah.
You
Another
can't
shot
just
rings
walk
out.
in and headshot the medic every time.
Yeah, it's true. Dagger, though, finding an opportunity to peek forward here on the right side. Doesn't want to get it cut out like last time. So we do see a little bit of support coming out from Mark Carbine. Setting up a nice little stick trap around the bend. Phone, waiting for his buff before getting back in there. Nicely timed rockets from Jeff is going to slow things down on this end. So it's time to go to the dungeon, which has very tricky angles, but with a little bit of support, he definitely can find it.
Surely, one of these snipers will hit something. Fabulous is sitting so far back, it can't really be the case of legit getting another shot where he's not looking at him. Legit does hit that shot on the phone, so that's gonna pull things down. Maybe we see Spy. Maybe we more likely see Sniper. I'm on Team Spy. I'd like that. That would make me happy.
Like that.
But it'll be Sniper. Oh no, it is Spy. I love it. I'm on a roll.
Graham, this is too strong of a power. You need to use this for good.
I apparently can just whisper in Floon's ear, and whatever I say goes. He's got a sword instead of a knife. It is what it is.
It's actually a Bowie knife.
Nah, man. It's a freaking sword. Embrace it being a sword. He's just gonna walk in behind someone and decapitate them.
Actually, it might be a bayonet. I could be mistaken. It's not a Bowie, that's for sure.
It is like an M9 bayonet.
Yeah, more bayonet than Bowie. Definitely an opportunity. He does manage to decloak.
All right.
Managed to get the pick there after completely giving himself away to a train die. But there it is. He finally goes down. Sniper being down, though. Dagger jumping in is not going to be enough to make anything happen. Meatballer on his 5th kill here. Full spam shots coming through. Very low health on Mad. He just needs one little rocket, and he gets taken down here, but he will survive. His gun goes down while he's waiting to heal up. The Ubers are exchanged over here on the right side. Better exchange. Not really for either side. Kind of a neutral one, but here comes Reflecto, making his way to the spawn. Wraps around to the medic. Shoots the wrong side. Doesn't make anything happen there. And there's the dunk picking up 4 kills, including Captain Fabulous.
Now though, they are back out on second. Phone tries to go in behind. He is gone. Nice try there. It was an effort. Wouldn't call it a good one, but it was an effort nonetheless. And now that is Stock well in behind, and he kills XPS. How the hell does he do that? Where did he even come from? I'm so confused. It doesn't matter. Kills, though, they are going the way of Theory of Knowledge, and they're in a great spot right now. There's only 2 people alive. It's Mad. It is just legit now on Heavy. They're walking in. This will be surely the first round. They just need to deal with the Heavy. Get on the point before the spawns. They're there. No one can contest. I think it is a round, and indeed, finally, we have the first round off the board, and it goes to Theory of Knowledge.
We're on our way, folks. It's finally happening. We're seeing action live and in person. Only 15 minutes to get there. We're going into this next mid. I need to see Stock. He's pulling off some big boy numbers. Let's see if he can keep it up. Has a little bit of fast rollout. Definitely going to work in his favor. A couple spam shots also hit the medic. Going to put the pressure on Reflecto. Now on top of the bell tower, followed up quickly by Meatballer. They're ready to jump, but they've got to get it now or never. You go for it. Pincering onto this cafe. Catface also making his way to the Tetris. There is no escape for the medic. Follow up on Captain Fabulous, who will survive. It is an ace. Wiped mid. Everyone died so quickly. They're on the same wave timer. That is absolutely fabulous.
That's like some of the most coordinated dying I've ever seen. Works out though. If you are a Theory of Knowledge fan. Catface thought this was going to be a roll for them in the early game banter that was back and forth. Called it quick 5-0. Hasn't been that quick, but with that mid, that might be a sign that things are starting to go the way of Theory of Knowledge. There is still a Heavy, there is still a gun up. They're trying to walk in here though with the Uber. It's popped off. Pressure on the gun falls instantly. Now they need to find another kill. They need to find something else. They put the phone up nice and close, but they've absolutely found a few more picks. This is surely going to go their way, but now they're dropping a couple players. There's still the Heavy and the medic. Med will fall, but they need to find the demo, and Heavy, Fabulous is just Stock. He's inputting pressure. Stock, can he go ham? He needs to go hero, but he is going to fall. Fabulous might escape. In fact, he will. But man, oh man, that was so very close.
Yeah, Stock almost had his Cadis face on, just single-handedly killing a Heavy and a couple players on Goldie Wash last. Many moons ago, but he could not pull it off. The pipes were much more in the favor of Mark Carbine this time around, but now the Uber significantly higher for Theory of Knowledge. They're going to be making their way in here very shortly, and we'll see if this time around they can use the Uber for good instead of evil.
Well, they are going to try and move in, and that's exactly what they've done. Popped off very quickly. They are putting a ton of pressure on, and the med goes down, and does Jeff. That is very big. The sentry is still alive, though. They haven't found a way of dealing with that. They need to start finding a couple more kills. They've got a lot of low players. Dagger is one of them. He falls. Gun is down as well. This is another round in the bag. 2-0. Theory of Knowledge. This is looking like a lot more dominant half than it was going to be at the very beginning.
Yeah, this map is, in process, when you're pushing last, it's generally a good idea to focus the point because they have to come to it. On Sunshine, it's a lot easier to execute because there's not as many defensive positions for the enemy team, and in this case, they were able to get the cap off because they just played the point.
Another mid. We'll see if it's as coordinated. Jeff does die first. Dagger follows. So it won't be fully coordinated. Not everyone on the same death wave. Now, health is so very poor on Theory of Knowledge. This is a very winnable mid because of it for Dunk Masters, but they're not finding these kills. XBS goes down, and that will pretty much do it on this mid. There's only a couple left alive trying to pull it out with the hero plays.
It's very tight for Dunk Masters. They've got Mark Carbine, ace up the sleeve, and a follow-up from Jeff, who's managed to find his way onto Captain Fabulous, who's going to be surfing his rockets to his heart's content, but he loses his demo from a nicely coordinated rocket bomb coming out from all these soldiers at the same time. Captain Fabulous links up with the rest of his squad. Now the Uber has been exhausted, and there is a full team ready to push in with only Reflecto on top of the bell tower to defend. Looks like Catface trying to make something happen, slow things down just a tick. They are going to make it out just in time. And it looks like Dunk are not letting up, not for a moment. They're pushing in through this choke, and they are ready to go.
They are in, they're putting pressure, but Mad falls instantly. XBS is in trouble and will go down, as will, oh, Mark Carbine does escape. But look at the HP over on the side of Dunk Masters. 3 players below 100, 1 below 25. Means that they have to completely retreat here. Chit, though, is going to try and backcap.
Our control point is being captured.
This is going to be close.
It's going very strong. I don't think we're just going to get it because Reflecto is on the case with a little help from the Meatballer. Double team coming up from the soldiers. Big chunk. Does make it happen. And then a follow-up onto Jeff, who tried to sack for the point to delay even just a moment. I don't think it's enough because Theory of Knowledge just has everything in mind for what they're going to do to win this game. They are unstoppable at this point. They look like they know what they're doing 100% of the time in every aspect of every point of this map so far.
Yeah, they are definitely feeling good, feeling damn good. With 50% Uberad, the go time is now. Just ready, set, here it is. Phone takes the Uber, walks straight in. They've got the demo with them, trying to get the gun down. This is going to be their first priority. Gun is dead. Now they need to find kills. Pressure on the point is a very good sign. They're going to find the kill on the Mark Carbine, but they've dropped 3 players. This is all falling apart. It looked so good at the beginning, but in the end, Stock is the only one to escape. XBS is going to get that Uber up. And Stock, I mean, does he have any miraculous hero plays in him, or is he just going to turn his tail and run?
He's just going to hit a casual long-distance pipe
All right.
to juggle poor legit, standing still, trying to cap. Things are starting to get their way. We're seeing an opportunity for Dunk Masters with this full Uber to try and swing things back into their favor. Theory of Knowledge maintaining this 2-0 lead with a little bit less than 10 minutes on the clock. It's definitely winding down, and this mid can determine if this round will go in their way or not. Right now, 1-for-1 exchange. Dagger and Meatball trade a kiss. And Cafe fall down.
We're special.
Woo. Follow up onto XBS. A lot of damage. Not wavered. Very, 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 very careful there.
Now though, Dunk Masters, I mean, you mentioned that Theory of Knowledge seemed to be very comfortable in every facet of this map. Now their second hold is going to be tested. They're being walked at very quickly. Scouts putting in a lot of pressure, and the Ubers have been exchanged. There's been a lot more flashing over on the side of Dunk Masters, but they also have the kill on Phone, who's probably been an MVP candidate for this map. Catface find Jeff, but Mark Carbine, he's still alive and on demo. He's forcing players away, finding these kills. They're legit's down. Catface in the back line is causing a lot of trouble. He's the only one alive.
Yeah, Mad wants to fight that, but he's gonna just take it off for just a moment. Catface quickly restocking on Hell. Gonna grab one more. Nope, he just is gonna run for it. Does decide to back off here. Playing that 92 HP setup. Has the pack to grab now. Gonna keep the pressure on in this patio area. All the players of Dunk Masters have just been delayed, and they continue to be delayed. Catface trying to go for another 1v1. Gonna get pincered here any moment now. He's gotta commit to it. Can he get the last shot off? It's so low, but Mad gonna get the fadeaway click shot. 30 ad for Dunk Masters. Can the defense work out before Catface respawns? It's gonna be tight. 12 seconds on that respawn. They're gonna get Uber first.
Gives them a chance to walk in. It's surely what they're going to do, try and go ASAP. They want to even be in, it looks like, before it's even up. I don't know, they fall back and decide better of it. Now they pop through. It's on Matt. Everyone is rotating to the other side, and there's a lot of sticky spam coming in. Fabulous is quite lit will fall. Down goes Phone as well. Kills go back the other way, but this is looking very good. There's just Catface on Pyro and Stock alive. But the Pyro, it's doing work! Oh dear lord, the Pyro and Demo combo! It manages to pull it out! What a hold!
Welcome to Sunshine, where the Pyros are lit and Stock is still untouchable as a Demo man. He's got eyes on the choke right now, throwing some stickies to keep these respawns at bay. It's looking real nice for the defense of Theory of Knowledge. Unstoppable at this time.
Wow. That was a round that should have been, in my opinion, in the bag for Dunkmasters. 2 players alive at the Pyro and a Demo, and somehow they kill everybody. Good reflex and a heck of a debt. With that Theory of Knowledge, they bend, but they do not break. They have an opportunity to try and walk back in here. They have 20% ad. Looks like they do want to move off of it. They pressure it in through Valley. Coming around, just trying to find an entrance. Any way through. There's going to be the bombs coming across. Flecto is up top with Meatball. I think has forced most players away. Oh, Jeff, I thought he was going to die. But Catface gets a long range crossbowed by XPS. Regardless, mid still goes the way of Theory of Knowledge. Gotta have like 5 or 6 minutes left here to try and take the half on rounds as opposed to time.
Yeah, it looked like Legit was getting ready to push it in with potentially a retake from the rest of Dunkmasters, but they were deciding to keep it on the DL, play defense, and so now we're back to where we were. There was an opportunity there, but safe than sorry is the name of the game right now. And yes, I do see Catface on that spy.
What can he do on Lishby? What is the Catface play? What is the Catface power?
Well, he's already been tapped with some kind of damage, so he's already down to 106 HP. And they might have seen the shimmer during the spam, so it's hard to say whether or not they know he's there. But the longer it takes for him to get into position, the more antsy the Dunkmasters will get. This is his opportunity. He needs to decloak right now and then just make his way to the point, but ooh, Mad might be looking at it too. He is now nope, still cloaked. Trying to make his way to the shutter. But you see a little bit of an action coming out from the good old boy, Meatballer. That distraction play was slow and steady. Catface tried to walk it in, but now got caught out and boom! Taken down by the sign guy himself, Mark Carbine. Conscientious objector to the spy play.
It was a solid effort. I mean, good coordination there, but did not work out in the end. And with that, they're actually walking in with the man advantage. Uber's popped off. The exchange will come through. This needs to be a big Uber for Dunkmasters. They need to start finding kills. It's not going their way, though, right now. Starting to fall off. Dagger, try and get it on Fabulous. He's going to fall. Mad's right there with him. Mad should die, too. And indeed, he does. This is looking beautiful for Theory of Knowledge. The remaining players trying to retreat. Looks like Fabulous will live as well.
Things are looking tight on the timer. Dunkmasters gotta be at least trying to focus on defense, if nothing else, because if they go out of this half at a 3-0, they're gonna be feeling a lot worse than if it was just a 2-0. And right now, with a Demo so low on health, it's definitely an opportunity. Flecto couldn't quite follow it up on his low health as well, so things will kind of equalize out, but the Uber is definitely in favor of Theory of Knowledge. Big 30 ad to work with. I wonder if they're aware of it. Doesn't look like it. Their positioning says otherwise.
Well, phone dying is just a byproduct of that. I'm guessing
you can always
another
get your
off-box.
charger real quick if that's what you need.
If they know how much time's left, like, again, I think we're sub 5 minutes at this point. I may choose not to, but I think he's probably still going to come up on an off-boss or something to try and break it. Yeah, sniper on him. Legit's on spot. I think just by checking for the off-boss, though.
Yeah, it's not going to last. But Phone definitely going to stick around with his weapon of choice, the sniper rifle. Been dominant this last couple of matches. He rings off a first shot, so they are aware of him. But Legit also on that sniper, playing the angle from the far right. Does have the dot up. Still loses it. It was right on the head, too. I don't know how Legit didn't get the shot first.
200 ping, probably. That's the unfortunate byproduct of it. But phone will fall, so it's all for naught. Now,
I'm moving
again,
this.
My question is we saw phone go spy after dying on sniper. Will it be the case again, or no? I think realizes that maybe the clock might be more of a factor. Again, I think we're somewhere in the sub 5-minute range. I don't have a number. So if Morris can yell at me.
I would say
2 minutes. 2:45.
we're definitely
okay.
in the realm of let's have our scouts so we can frag out. We don't have time for these wacky plays. We need to be ready to play defense in case they try to peek out right now. And if nothing else, we'll rush in, see what we can grab. Legit, still on that sniper. Could be backing off though for a moment here. Maybe playing a little bit of a tighter round. Yep. Pulls back to the point. Meanwhile, no one from the Theory of Knowledge is really committing to the lobby. They are starting to make their way over here now. Phone, no, Catface leading the charge here on the left. Gonna get juggled through and through. Doesn't survive before walking into the sentry sight line. Follow up on Meatball are gonna get marked. Very low on health. If he didn't get arrowed there, he probably would have cratered. And Phone also falling down. That's 3 down for the Theory of Knowledge. Can they play defense with just a demo man watching the shutter?
Spawns are up soon, though. There might be an opportunity for this to work. They just need to delay, have their folks come in. And that's done a good job there. Jeff in a lot of trouble. Has to be flashed. Now they need to find damage on the remaining players. Just a solo Uber versus a little bit of flashing. And that means that Jeff will die at the end of it. And here's the thing. Phone's going left. Meatball's there, too. They're going to win this. That's going to be the round. Surely no Phone. Is he going to win this 1v1? He will not.
A lot of action coming in through this choke. They're going straight to the point. There's nothing they can do. It's the cap. 3-0. Theory of Knowledge definitely on top of their game. Maintaining resolve through thick and thin. That is the key. You don't have to win mids to win games. That is the wisdom I will impart with you guys while I quickly make myself something to eat because I am dying. Morris. Graham, would you please relay the stats to our dear beloved viewers?
Can you do me a quick favor and link me stats? As
if you look into our thing, you'll see the last link posted.
Oh, you're a god. I love you. Thank you so much. Well,
we're ahead of the cut.
In the realm of statistics, I'm assuming DPM and everything's accurate. We see Big Brick McChunk at 291. That is the highest DPM in the server, and that's impressive because that's a soldier. That's not supposed to happen. It's not the way it's supposed to go, but that's the way it is. He's got 16 kills. Pacing the server on kills is going to be Catface, 19, 9, and 10. And Stock, he's died a little bit more. Died 8 times as opposed to the 4 that he'd been rocking before. But it doesn't really matter when you're up 3-0. No one's really lagging behind over on Dunk Masters. Scout's probably not putting out quite as much damage as they'd like. Like 159 on Legit, 182 on Mad. And again, Catface is at 180. Difference is his phone is somehow hitting everything in sight and still at 240. So a little bit of discrepancy there in damage. That's kind of what we're looking at for the first half. Got a shout out as well. The absolute legend in Catface, pacing the server in cap points. That's the Dreamboat special. Is where you have almost the same level of kills, assists, deaths, and cap points. It's almost there. Catface at 19, 9, 10, and 10. So not bad. Yeah, now we, of course, just wait for Rope to get back. But in the meantime, I'm just going to give myself a shameless plug while I have all of your attention. If you don't know who I am, well, my name is Graham Morrison. I currently go by the alias Graham Cass. I used to go by the alias Dreamboat. I think it still says Dreamboat on the HUD. Come on, Morris. You could fix that. He apparently can't. Never mind. I feel bad for even trying to insinuate that the absolute legend, Morris, who is on production, could do it. He is flawless. I have seen no issues with his stream so far. I also haven't been paying that close attention. I'm paying attention to more what's going on in the server. But you know, just drop some hats out there, Twitch chat. Please send some love to Morris. Also, my co-caster Ro. We go way back to a little hellhole, black part of history. Like black mark on my career. I don't know. We go back a ways though, all the way back to EVL TV. That's a yikes. That's a throwback.
I come in right as you start talking about EVL TV.
Yeah, but you know, thanks, Ro. I had to mention, like, we got history, man.
Mm-hmm.
We worked lands together. Well, land together.
I'm proud of my camera work and Rewind too.
I'm proud of somewhat proud of my casting. More proud of Smithsonian. I miss him. I'm glad that we finally got him out to a LAN. That was like something I've been working my entire career for. I wanted him at a LAN. Like I want Deer. Like if Deer kept at casting, like I feel like he could have gotten a LAN because he was good.
Throwback for Deer.
Yeah, man. It's like the good old days that totally weren't the good old days because of where it was for. But it was kind of good old days. But that doesn't matter. We've come so far. But in the end,
I've missed your breakdown of the stats, but I have to ask, what was the where are you leaning towards right now? We've got Theory of Knowledge on a 3-0 lead going into what was a more or less balanced. I mean, for a 3-0, it was still 30 minutes. Where do you think Dunkmasters are standing? How are they going to approach this?
Well, my first approach would be have your scouts hit a few more shots. That's not to like call out legit or mad because they're playing poorly or anything. It's just like the problem is their damage done wasn't that high. And then on the other side, both scouts were under 200 DPM. All three actually were. Except for Phone, who just happened to be up at 250. And like that is a big part of the difference. He's putting a little bit more influence at that point in time, and I think that's something that needs to change on the second half. Also, they need to find a way to deal with Brick McChunk because, again, he's leading the entire server in damage. And I think that's just wrong. It's not what's not wrong? We're live here in the second half, Ro, and I want to hear your voice talk about this mid.
Well, I'll do this mid, and then I'll quickly run to my toaster so I can get my grilled cheese. But I can handle this. I can do this because I see Stock, quick and furious, getting an early sticky, trying to hit Mark, but does not actually hit it. Standing perfectly still, waiting for that arrow. Just managed to get linked up with some heals. You see Reflecto taking control of that bell tower once again. A little bit of a meatballer passive from this cafe, trying to get some openings here as well. Could be wrapping the long way around. A little bit of a defensive play from Theory of Knowledge playing by their Tetris, and on the opposite cafe, Reflecto still trying to maintain this this bell tower. And there's Meatballer coming back in, trying to meet up with Dagger, and Dagger will get the better exchange of that. Looks like overall though, very, very passive mid from both sides, both finally trading 1-for-1. Oh, what an air pipe from Mark, and that was on a scout too. That felt good. The Ubers getting forced off. That's what you don't want to see, is in a mid-fight where both the Ubers get used off before any team is like down to their last 4. But finally, you see a little bit of action here. Phone trying to make something out of this. He tries to make his escape, does pull it off. Brick, my McChunk, does manage to pull off a little bit of a frag on a Jeff, knocking him into the ground, breaking his kneecaps, and then, yeah. Good aggression coming out now, through the choke. Trying to fight the second before they even finish mid. I will be back in about 2 minutes.
Rolling straight on through, but they do drop Reflecto. It's not ideal. Fabulous is so very hurt as his Phone, and they will all go down. Dagger with the work, and this is all falling apart. Everyone has started to die. It's Catface in stock. They do at least have mid. Catface, they know, is going to try and be a nuisance. Try and go behind. We'll get in onto Dagger. Will also fall just as quickly. That means mid is swinging the way of Dunk Masters. 2 players left alive. The spawns will actually come up. No Catface, but Phone. He wants to channel the power of the baguette He's on spy, sitting in the corner. They're all going to walk right by him. So there's a lot of information gained right now. Will uncloak momentarily. Here he is. Will he get in on the medic? Just waiting there. In on the demo. Oh, but the demo backs up into a wall and then into him. Rest in peace, Phone. Or not. Phone is somehow still alive. That's actually incredible. I don't know how he's done it. Finally, he dies. The only casualty, though. The players are still trying to brawl it out, and that gets the force off onto XPS. Fabulous doesn't have yet, so we will just retreat to last. Let's see if that Uber cannot come up. Looks to have done just that. Very close now. Players still coming in. Mad falls, and the Uber's popped off. This is dire. They need to find either a lot of kills and be able to get second off of this, or find the kill onto XPS. And I'm not sure either are going to happen. That means it is going to be a decent ad. It's only about 30%. Thought it was going to be a bit bigger than that. Still does give Dunk Masters a little bit of a window to make this work. For the time being, though, Catface is up on Engineer. Gun is only level 1 for the time being, so we got a little bit of time for that to go up.
I am back.
Welcome back. Hi, back. I'm Dad.
I'm on the wrong side of the mid, on last. I'm now here at the proper last where the Uber exchange is happening, but the Uber is ready for Captain Fabulous, and he's got it on the heavy Phone just moments before he was taken away. A lot of pressure coming out from the Soldier Bomb. Not going to be working out, though. Did not connect up with Captain Fabulous in time. And now it is a great opportunity. Actually, yeah, apparently XPS did not make the escape they had hoped for.
Locked them out, trying to escape. Det the stickies. Down goes XPS, and this is huge for Theory of Knowledge. The fact that they have heals, the fact that they have Uber ad, means that they might be able to try and pressure out here onto second. XPS has arrived and alive. He's done both. Now the question is it looks like they're actually just gonna be content to sit back on last for the time being. Soon, though, you have to expect that they'll try and push out, or maybe they just park the bus. I don't know.
A little bit of action coming out from Brick McChunk. Does manage to find a little bit of room here. The Uber is ready to roll. Phone now leading the charge here, but Dagger going to be putting a lot of pressure onto Stock, who is not going to fall today. But somehow, Fab dropped to Mark Carbine.
Oh man, Mark Carbine, even though this might be a losing effort, obviously we don't know that yet, has been going absolutely off at times. Some really nice kills. He's being pressured right now, trying to win the duel with Phone. However, player has arrived. That's Meatball. Trying to grab this mid, but I don't think they'll be able to without their medic. There is also full Uber onto XPS. And that is exactly what they plan on using. They're walking right through Cafe, right through Chili's, and trying to get in on these players. Brick McChunk, Reflecto will escape, but I don't think they'll be able to force the Uber on XPS. He's playing so passive. I absolutely love that. Gives them the best chance at living with Uber. But there's a bomb right on top of the point, and will actually kill legit. So Reflecto, solid trade there.
Cap is finished up on second. Ubers are even now for both sides. That delay from Reflector was just enough, and somehow, again, Catface just doesn't like playing with his team. He just needs to get behind. He's like that cat that you send outside, and then he stays outside and never comes home. By the way, if anyone finds a black Siamese cat named Naki, would really appreciate a phone call. Let me know where he's at.
Oh. Sorry. Hopefully everything's okay. I thought you were going for something like the owner of like a black Honda Civic. Please report customer service, because like I thought that's what you were going for. It's like if anyone's seen a black Siamese cat, I'm like, I don't know where this is going. But that got really heavy. I hope you find your cat. I hope everything's okay.
It's not my cat. It's my friend's cat.
Oh, okay.
He's an asshole too. Meanwhile, Dagger and Legit making their way through, trying to get a little bit of pressure on Captain Fabulous, but he cannot be stopped. He is infallible, the Fabulous. And now they're making their way through the echelon, this little staircase area, trying to make their way through. Phone also taking the dungeon route. Might meet up with Mad. It's going to be a 1v1 with a huge health disadvantage. Ooh, phone, no, you should not be jumping in a 1v1. And Mad, straight to the last. He's gonna get spotted out, gonna make his way back to safety. Uber's on both sides, Dagger on Spy. I don't know how this is gonna unfold. Walk me through it. Graham.
Well, they are walking in with that Spy. They're trying to find any kills they can. Stock's in trouble, will fall. Uber is out though. Now the counter pop comes through. Sure, they drop the demo. Will they be able to make this hold work? They need to start finding kills, and Mark Carbine is the first one to fall. No demos on the field, and the Pyro juggles him into the sky. However, Dagger, he's got the kill on Meatball. That's all he's going to find. XPS gets away, and last has been held. The bus, it was parked, and it worked out.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
So now they grab second point off the back of that. They're going to have about 40 ad. Is an opportunity to work into mid, should they so choose, but actually we have a little bit of aggression coming in from Dunk Masters, trying to put pressure on while there is no Ubers on the field. They found a couple kills, making it worth it. Stock going down is an absolutely massive one. Fabulous is in a little bit of trouble as well. This could actually be converted, but Dagger will fall. They'll be able to hang on, and I think they'll be able to take mid off this as well. It comes down to how well Mark Carbine and Mad can work, but instead they decide not to work it, they decide to run it.
Our control point is being captured.
Action is still going on. A lot of action coming out from Theory of Knowledge. They've got the Uber ad, but it will be gone in just a moment. XBS and the rest of the Dunk Masters are set for a defense on this second. Still 3-0, and this is not the position Dunk Masters wants to be in. They need to be on the offensive at this point. They cannot keep playing defense when they are on a very strict timer. Less than 25 minutes to go. Potentially even less than that if Morris will give us the quick count. I know you guys can see it on your screens, but I am very ignorant to speak while Morris is saying the words, and a jump is coming in onto patio. Not gonna last. Legit sniping down Reflecto.
They are flying in. Dagger, a lot of trouble. It's going to back out Uber's exchange. This looks like it'll be better for Dunk Masters. They've done good damage, got a lot of flashes out. Instead, it doesn't seem to be enough. They need to start finding kills. Fabulous in trouble. Will go down to Dagger on the back lines. Stock, he's still alive. Does get that kill. Trying to sell out and find XBS. XBS will goes down. Phone, of course. Phone has been an MVP this entire series and comes in huge with the last second Ahmed pick onto XBS. 20 minutes left on the clock. 3-0 Theory of Knowledge. This is the third map of IM Finals. Everything is coming down here, and Mark Carbine goes down. Stock with the kill. After a lot of work was done by Reflecto. Now that's forced players back away. Legit in trouble. Oh, gets arrowed. That's a big one. Now mid will go the way Theory of Knowledge. They're looking poised. They're looking in control. Could this be your new IM champions? We might be 20 minutes away from finding out. But if they cap these next 2 rounds, we could be a lot closer.
Yeah. Let's hope for the faster route, as we see Stock once again leading the charge with some of these things. But oh no, Captain Fabulous pulling off an amazing serve. Despite being completely disconnected with the rest of the team, Dagger found the right opportunity to bomb, but could not seal the deal. He'll be on the 10-second respawn. This Uber will be completed before he even gets out that shutter. They're making their way to the point here. Stickies are kind of null. Phone gonna start the cap off. It's not gonna even make a difference. He could have finished it off if he stayed to it, but decided to back off. The Uber's been used now. The Uber is ready for XBS. They're gonna be defending it with Legit on the hunt. He's gonna grab a little bit of help. Brick McChunk kills himself. Feels bad, man. Gun. And Dunk Masters have pulled off a miraculous defense. I think if Phone stayed on the point instead of jumping away, that cap would have finished.
Our control point is being captured.
Well, they are out here on second, but there is a bit of a defense. No, it's backed off for the time being. I thought for a second they might actually commit. They are actually committing a couple players in deep. Scout as well with them. They find the kill. Oh, Catface does so much damage and not able to convert kills. Now they're 2 down. Ubers are even. That means Theory of Knowledge are going to have to back away. Meatball might actually fall here as well, but Dagger goes down first. So even if Meatball dies, it's okay. Gets the pack, gets out. So it all worked out.
Looks like Stock still wants to fight. Taking a little bit of damage there, getting a couple good pipes off. Reflecto now taking control of the bell tower. He loves that spot. Meatball are also playing in the flank, gonna get taken down here, but Dagger might get a retaliation frag thanks to the help of Catface, who is now being chased down. Gonna survive that one. Cap back into the swing of things. This has been a very exciting action, but with even Uber's slightly better numbers, though, Theory of Knowledge could potentially pull something off here with their double scouts. They are going to save Catface, but Phone also getting flashed. It's going to be very tough to maintain this. Captain Fabulous has to call for the retreat. Uber did exchange, and now quick rotation through the cafe. We'll see what happens as Reflector takes his buff and might lead the charge here.
We might find a way through, potentially. But it is just going to be a slight stalemate for the time being. Where do they like to throw someone in? No Meatballs over on flank. In the valley. But yeah, it's just going to slow down a little bit because Dagger's on Spy. And he's actually walking out on this. Here we go, Dagger. Let's see what we got in the bag, Ro. Do you think this will work?
Oh, yeah. Definitely worked. Didn't you see? Even
Definitely.
Stock throwing out those supportive moments, you know, go Meatball, NT Meatball. But now, I'm more interested in this Dagger play. This is actually a really good spot to decloak. Oh, he's out of it. He goes for the decloak now. And there it is. Oh, he whiffs it! What a beef! Oh, that's... Yikes.
Yeah, it's a little tragic. At the end of the day, though, it's just a spy play. But now they are actually going to try and push off of this one. The Uber's going to go straight in. Jeff's here. Oh, hits the air shot onto Fabulous. That separates him from all his players. Remaining players are being flashed, trying to be kept alive. Meatball falls. It's okay though, because I think they can't push off of this. And the big thing is this is grinding a lot of time down. They have to go, and legit falls. He's the first one down. Jeff down too. Catface goes down as well though, and Fab might be in some trouble. No, he's got Phone, and Phone is on fire. Hits everything in sight. Now it's Mark Carbine and XBS trying to escape. And they will turn their tails and run.
Control point is being contested. We have secured the control point.
Okay, I promise I finished my food.
I
just swallowed the
kept doing
last
that
little chunk of gooey, cheesy wheat bread grilled cheese.
I kept doing it intentionally, hoping that's what the case was.
Yes,
Like, I wonder if it was finished.
you read the
Just pause.
situation right, and we've got a very interesting defense arriving.
Oh,
That's not as important as okay. For those
Rip
that
out.
didn't hear, because Morris is our secret camera guy who's actually capturing everything. Obviously, we have a drop from Captain Fabulous, but I think the more important thing is Catface has a tight defense coming into this valley.
well, Dunk are making it work. Baller and Brick down. I don't see anyone in the back cap spot, so that's going to be a-okay for the time being. Phone gonna peek out. Actually dies there. Runs back into Dagger, and Catface's sentry gets the trade kill. That's unfortunate.
Oh,
They're
Catface
actually
is
trying
going for
to
the back
bait
cap. I
into the
love this
center.
play because now he's going to start the cap. They're going to chase through Valley. He's not going to start the cap, but they're going to chase through Valley if they try and come back for him. And this sentry will be a burden if they aren't aware of it. But they should have called it out, so now they're going to be focusing instead on what's important. Dunkmaster's moving into second for free. And look at Captain Fabulous. He's not in a good position. He's going to make his way through the dungeon as Legit keeps the pressure on at the shutter. A lot of action, and Brick McChunk bricks as he tries to make a play. Looks like the rest of the Dunkmasters are once again completely unfazed by the appearance of Catface in the back line. Stock, though, they grab a nice frag on a Jeff here. If they can delay long enough for Catface to get the sentry, move the gear on up to second. He does get it up, but it won't be up for long. And there it goes. That frag is going to definitely set things up for this push. They do have the Uber, but Captain Fabulous has been holding on to his for quite some time now. It looks like defense is all but assured, depending on how well Dunkmasters can orchestrate a push with a one-man advantage.
Here's the teleporter exit. If he puts the entrance, you get the spy in behind. Doesn't seem like they'll get the chance. though. Uber's popped up. The exchange comes through. That's actually going to be it for this push as Mark Carbine goes down to Stock. The big late one. Jeff down as well. This is somehow working out so well for the defense. And in spite of Catface's bizarre engineer attempts, I guess he's... Oh my god, he teleported Brick McChunk behind. Reflecto is so deep behind because of the teleport. Oh, he's being spotted though. Oh, that's sad. My phone is dead too. So on the other side, this is all starting to backfire. Despite Catface's shenanigans.
Yeah. The teleporter trail would have led them on to believe there's something behind them, but he already switched off engineer, so no more teleporter in the hands of Catface. Stock, once again, maintaining his rising price on pipes, as he just can't stop hitting them.
Well, you know, Catface, maybe you should just not go for the NG plays. I mean, the only NG main that ever contributed anything useful to TF2 was Uncle Dane. And, like, I don't think Engineer's the right play there. I don't. Not like the hero behind Engineer. Just feels wrong.
Mark Carbine, a little overextended once again. We do have Dagger on Spy this time around. Can we get another... Was it Dagger who was the one who got the Spy play? That back-capped glass? Hopefully our phone doesn't, you know, stand perfectly still, AFK, in front of his sentry. Instead, he's going to walk Dagger right into the enemy and be destroyed. Quick follow-up from Reflecto, trying to chase through this battlement. It's going to find a little bit of action here in lower. Pickup legit. That's going to be a very nice pickup before he makes his getaway. Get healed back up and start setting things in motion for this retake of second. I mean, they don't have to. Once again, it's really Dunkmasters who are on the clock here, but definitely an opportunity to get Reflecto in. Goes to the patio, doesn't land anything, and goes down. What's our time, Master Morris?
10 minutes left. A little bit over. 3 rounds to grab. Dunkmaster, I mean, it's dwindling. It's doable, but we need to see something. We need to see a successful push quickly, and that's what they're going to try and do. They're going to walk in, get a nice sticky on. Gun goes down. Exchange is forced out. Carbine's going to jump away. XBS should escape. They're going to regress, and they found the kill on a meatballer. This might actually be workable. They're finding a few more kills. The health is so poor, though. Not sure if they can pull this off. The pyro is still such a problem, but they get it anyways. They cap it out, and that's the first round for Dunkmasters. There's 10 minutes left. 2 rounds is what they need to force a golden cap. 3, and they're your IM champions. Is it doable? Is there a chance, Ro?
I mean, in the realm of possibilities, mathematically it's possible, but do they have the heart? Can they make it happen carry this momentum through? Stock knows as he gets to mid. Starts getting eyes on Mark Carbine, calls it out for his team. The soldiers of Dunk are trying to make it in, but they get virtually no room to work with. But somehow it scares the rest of them off. But that doesn't stop Reflecto from getting his eyes on the medic. Only one rocket to push XBS into the cushiony airs. Put on those air Nikes and just make the way out. Looks like Theory of Knowledge is in a tricky spot. Mad trying to make some kind of interesting play here. Jeff also throwing some damage into the dungeon area. This has been a very interesting amount of aggression to push out the Theory of Knowledge, but right now they need to focus on defense. They're up 2 rounds, they have Uber. Let's get that NG, let's get that heavy. Let's make sure we don't make the same mistake we did that last push.
They're gonna try
I should say that last
to go
defense.
again. There's now a little bit of time for them to play with. Now they're walking in. Uber's out. Both exchange. Gun though, it's living way longer than it should. This is gonna fall apart. I think XBS is just going to escape. They're actually selling Mark Carbine and he's killed the phone. So, somehow this is working out. There's a lot of damage done. They might be able to find a few more. But I think surely they need to start backing off at this point. They're overstaying their welcome, and exactly that's the case. They're gonna back out, regroup. Ubers will be even. So there's a chance for them in Dagger. He is, of course, back on Spy.
Yeah, they will back out, but don't call him Shirley. Dagger making his way to the dungeon. Dunkmasters definitely do need this. Done deal anytime now. Very sneaky. Don't decloak. Definitely doable. Dangerous, no doubt.
Any moment. Come on,
Dreamboat,
Dagger.
stop me.
Come on. He's in. He's not gonna get it. It was.
Did he have his sapper out when he decloaked?
Yeah, I wasn't paying that close. Well, I was paying attention. I didn't notice that if he did. But all right, Dagger.
Interesting.
But here's the question. He is going for the legend play. This is the stuff of legends. He's on heavy. Meatball might know this. Yeah, he is checking through everything to see what's there. So he should be aware that there's a heavy on the field.
Oh. Dagger.
Here comes the Uber. They're going to be
yeah.
knocking the gun down very quickly, but they didn't force it out of Fabulous early this time. That's the big change. He's going to get in his face. They throw Mark Carbine away. That's fine. They're going to back out, and the Heavy should come in, but the Heavy's already dead, so this is really not working out. XBS turns his tail and runs, trying to fall away. We're down under 7 minutes left to play in this series. It is a 3-1 lead for Theory of Knowledge. They're going to be getting second. It will be able to be held. There's a slight Uber ad on Fab.
Very slight indeed. Barely enough to pop the Uber, get to the medic, and kill them. It's going to be tight, but they definitely have the number and the momentum. It's Dagger coming in for a big bomb. There's a little bit of damage here, but oh, poor Stock waiting for the arrow. Manages to dodge it by mistake. There was, however, enough pressure to push Dunk Masters all the way out amidst that good damage and lack of aggression from the main damage dealers. The scouts were holding their own while Stock was waiting for the health. And now they have the Uber. Much bigger advantage, bigger gap. Definitely doable here, and they're going to be making their way through this choke. Getting the heals through and through. Here comes the bomb from Jeff. He lands on top, grabs the brick McChunk. With a nice little downward spike. Dagger will also pick up Meatballer. So no soldiers on the side of Theory of Knowledge. Let's see how they handle it. They do manage to pick up Mad, who was trying to make his play over in the mid. Dagger now also going to go for an escape rather than trying to go for a hero play. He realizes this is do or die time. We need to play with our team. We're down 2 rounds and the time is tight. Can they do it?
Well, this would be a good way of clinching this season for them. They're going to be flying out here. Dunk. They're trying to get in. Phone. He's in behind. I think. Oh, he's being spotted out, though. They know it. He's going to go to last, pull people back. It's just causing a bit of a distraction at this point in time. But players are starting to fall on Theory of Knowledge. And I think this will be second grab. There is still a chance. 5 minutes. It's doable.
Oh, yeah.
Like their odds.
100%. It's definitely, possibly, always probable. And right now, Matt is trying to set things up by getting a little bit of room here for his soldiers. Jeff and Dagger clearing the way. A lot of players split this way and that way, but it's Phone who's on that spy. Going to be making a crucial pick here at any moment. We'll see where he decides to go for the assault. He's got to be decloaked right now. He is. He does spot out Jeff. A free pick for sure. He slows down. Going to try and make his way over to XPS. Will he get caught out? He's doing stupid things while he managed to cloak and no one noticed while the capping scout from mid made his way in. Now we do see they're pushing in through the lobby. They're going to have the Uber here any moment now. 90%. Can they delay long enough for Captain Fabulous to do stuff? Phone is going to be delaying this cap on second. He's got the 1v1. He just ruined the Sizered. Legit. As a spy. Finally goes down.
Well done.
Cap goes off. Uber's already. XBS dropped or died post-exchange. What happened there?
I don't know. I was too busy watching the spy play on second where Phone out-DMs a scout because Phone is by all means an absolute legend at this point. He's been so impressive. And now things are really starting to dwindle. We need to see Dunk stop hemorrhaging players. They're bleeding for days. They need rounds. There's like 3 minutes left surely at this point. Drop another player. Legit goes down. It is still 2 down on each side. It's a 4v4. Chances, but they might have to try. Time forces them to do this. They don't really have a choice. They are starting to move in hero. They're inching their way Bombs come forth. They're in. Onto these scouts. Jeff trying to do damage, trying to find a kill. No one will. Phone's actually going on a flank. This is really rough. Health is starting to fall. They don't have kills. Phone in behind. It's going to be everything. This surely is going to be a hold here for Theory of Knowledge. This surely isn't an opportunity. And now XPS is just him and Legit. Legit needs to go off. He's found one. Can he find another? But the Uber, it's up for Fabulous. This will be a hold.
Very tight stuff coming out from Phone, working his way around the lobby to find the frags he needed to be with his team at the dire moments. And now Dunkmasters are at a desperate end of this run. They need to pull something together to even have a remote chance of pulling off a TCM. They do own mid. They could go for a dry push through second, but they got to have the right amount of coordination and cover a lot of ground following up on Dagger's jump. Previously, they sent Jeff up like this, and then Dagger falls suit very quickly off the right wall. The sticky trap from Stock, though, takes down Jeff and Mad. That's going to be the end of both of those very key players in this DM fight going on. I don't think it's going to work out for them. A lot of frags, though. They definitely can make it happen here. It's just down to Phone playing defense with the medic. Catface also a little bit low on health. The Uber is up, though. That's not going to be enough to stop this, and that's going to force these players out. They should have kited this on the patio rather than backing out, because now they got to retake all this ground. They should have been finishing the cap right now. Time is of the essence. They are going to get it underway at this moment, and it looks like with their Uber, they could at least take one more round at the very least.
We have secured the control point.
They are walking in, trying their last-ditch effort. Uber is out. They need kills. They need anything. They're going to be getting in on that point. That might just be enough. They might cap it straight through, but no, the kills are going the way of Theory of Knowledge. 3 left alive. They somehow actually do cap it out, but I think we are sub a minute, which I don't believe is physically doable on Sunshine, Mr. Rowe.
It is. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Every single player on Theory of Knowledge is going to disconnect from the server, and it's going to be open for business to cap. That is the only situation in which a 50-second round can be completed. And right now, it's looking like Dunkmasters has to go really fast. Good double bomb coming out from the soldiers. They've managed to pull out so many frags. The scouts are chasing in deep. They got to start the cap right away. They're getting it down to ×4. The soldier and no soldiers alive is going to make this very tough. One player can end this all. Catface make his way to the point with a little bit of help from the soldier. Reflecto. That's going to be the end of it. They're calling the GGs.
That, like, literally that one stall from Catface has just won it. Ladies and gentlemen, your ESEA Season 30 Intermediate Grand Champions. Theory of Knowledge taking the series 2-1. What a series, though, man. Oh my god.
I really liked where Dunkmasters was coming out on that last round. That was absolutely dope. Good aggression, definitely gonna make it happen, but they had just enough players. The Theory of Knowledge had just enough players to rotate back in. They had Reflecto, they still had Catface, and they managed to stop the point. There was potential. It's very, very unlikely, but there was potential if they got the mid cap and then somehow managed to pick up some rousing cap on second while the players that were on mid were still on mid, and then they just rushed to last. It was possible, but very unlikely in this climate.
I'm just watching the highlight package on stream. It's just, there were so many great plays and brilliant holds. And like, I think it was Legit had got 4 drops out of Fabulous on Sniper. Like, that's an incredible number of drops in this series. Was actually really high, but it was all from like big time plays from multiple people. And wow, just regardless, what a series. But Ro, before we delve into stats, even on this game alone, one thing I always like, I've started to do since I moved on from casting TF2 is especially in Overwatch, I make my co-caster pick an MVP. Who is your MVP of the grand finals? Who wins like the Conn Smythe Trophy in hockey as MVP? Who's your pick? Who do you got?
I mean, at this point, you just need to flip a coin. It's between Phone and Stock. Stock, I mean, just played the required demo man role the entire way through. Reflecto turned up for the last match, but he wasn't consistent the whole way through. I think the first map he was kind of like average, not amazing. But it has to be somewhere between Phone and Stock because Phone just dumpstered so many opportunities, as well as Stock playing the greatest survival game of his life every single round, every single game, always bottom deathing. Actually, he somehow managed to not bottom death on this map. Mark Carbine pulled that off, and also pulled off a couple more frags versus Stock. About the same damage, however. But overall, I mean, it's hard to choose between Stock playing the required demo man for all the games and Phone turning up here and there and everywhere. So I can't give you that answer. It's a coin flip between those two.
Well, flip your coin. I'm not leaving here until you give me an answer. I know who I pick, but I need your answer.
I need whose heads?
It's not my call.
No, you have to call it.
Okay. Well, Phone played sniper. He was capping heads on it, so Phone's heads.
Phone heads, tails for Stock. It is Phone. That is the other. I think that's also the key factor because Phone being sniper definitely made an impact on so many different plays, so many different aspects. It definitely had to go to him. The coin knew.
The coin knew. The coin of destiny. And I do actually agree with what the coin said. Phone was my pick for MVP. And just on Holdo, like, great performance from both teams. It was a heck of a series. There's no shame in coming second in IM. Someone's got to do it. But again, huge congratulations to Theory of Knowledge, your IM champions. And I know Morris is tired. I think he wants to go to bed. It's almost midnight for me here. So we'll keep this short. But Ro, do you have any shoutouts you want to do? You casted like a lot more of the season than I did. This is the only game I've casted for TFTV.
I've actually never casted IM this season.
I didn't cast IM or Invite, so you know.
Well, I know we should be getting to bed, but I see a couple names, and I'm getting confirmation from the head man, the boss man. I think we are going to be talking to some peeps. It'll be short-lived. We'll pull these guys in here and get this underway real quick, and then we'll sign off. Maccabeus, are you legit? Who are you? Explain yourself.
Oh, who am I?
Who are you?
You'll just have to guess.
Are you Mark?
I am Mark Carbine.
There you go.
Oh, hi,
and we
Mark.
also got Jeff too.
I
Welcome,
wanted
Jeff.
to change my alias before the grand finals, and I spent like 20 minutes trying to change it, but ESEA was just like, no, you don't have a token or something.
Yeah, man, you got to pay the big bucks in ESEA to get what you want. That's what those custom ready up messages are for. That's how they pay the bills.
Just gotta use the poverty ones though. You just put .ready and write a message out. This is so much better.
So welcome, Mark, Jeff. I'm recalling that you guys are on the team Dunk Masters. Is this correct?
Yes.
How does it feel knowing that you fought really hard? That last mid was looking promising, but you fought hard on every single map. How are you feeling right now?
You know,
I'm feeling pretty good.
Feeling a little disappointed, but it's okay. We got second. We beat Mustard Overlord. You can't
ask for anything else tonight. You got to keep him down.
We did better than Mustard.
Got to keep him in his place.
Did he spawn camp his team?
Probably. He didn't kill sentries, and that's like, in my opinion, that's just as bad, you know?
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So,
but yeah.
I do have to ask, because one thing I always want to ask is, like, the fact you guys came second. You guys made it all the way, which is a testament in itself to your team. There is a whole nother season next season, season 31. Are you guys sticking together?
I think that's the plan.
We're gonna try and keep as many people.
I think Invite Dunk Masters can you can expect it.
If we get moved up.
We're gonna try our damnedest.
The second place team isn't auto moved up though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So
with the recent changes, I don't know if any people who are watching are familiar with this, but ESEA finally made Invite a prestigious thing where if you're in Invite, you're gonna make your money back, more or less. You know, it's not like you pay $80 and then get 5th place and get nothing. Now Invite actually has some prestige to it, so yeah, it's you guys still need to be voted in. Do they still do the vote for moving people up?
It's I think an invite Illuminati vote. That's what happened this season.
Ah,
Like there were 3 teams at the beginning, and like they
hmm.
chose the team that got like 3rd or 4th in IM versus the other teams.
Hmm.
So
Shout out to Happy Bob.
eh,
Yeah, I know that team. But yeah, sounds good. It's exciting to hear that you guys have found a core that you like, even amidst this very tight battle that was, as Jeff said, disappointing, very unfortunate. But I have to say, you guys legit, especially like the Brazilian sniper. Wow, definitely
carried
pulling some
super hard on
heads.
process.
Yeah,
I,
I
I
mean-
believe his quote before the match was, "My sniper's nuts right now," and then he proceeded to laugh.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty good. I
he was
also
just
like
prepared.
we do have like some highlights of this game, like of the series going up like out to the stream right now while you guys talk. And I just saw the play where Mad backstabbed the engineer and sapped the sentry to
Hold on, I'm gonna
backcap
stop you there.
process last.
I'm gonna stop you there. You know that's Shiny, right?
Who?
Shiny, like the scout. He's
Oh.
aliasing as Mad61. It's an old friend of mine in Shiny's.
Oh, okay. I know nothing. I was told literally nothing before this map. I was not even told I was casting. I got a
Yeah.
message saying, "Where the hell are you?" I'm like-
Why'd you have to put him on the spot like that, Mac?
I'm like,
Well,
I'm
no,
at
'cause it's
Wendy's.
just like-
this
I was
poor
being
man.
messaged by Mad the entire series that like they're calling Shiny me. Like I got like in between maps, I check my phone to check my messages, and he's just like sent 30 in like 2 minutes.
That's amazing.
So
Yeah, no, I was in line at Wendy's when Zaboomafoo messaged me saying, "Oh my God, is it true you're actually casting tonight?" And not even a minute later, console messaged me like, "Dude, you should probably get in Mumble. The game's like supposed to start now." I'm like, What are you talking about?" He's like, "I am finals. You're casting it." I'm like, "I am? Okay." So I really didn't have time to research that.
hopefully we put on a good show at least.
I was
Oh,
highly
absolutely.
amused.
Absolutely. Every step of the way was a fun journey. I mean, what was great was the STV was kind of borked for the first round, but everyone else was fine after that. Every other match, the STV worked perfectly fine. So we missed the first 20 minutes of that first map, more or less. So we only got to catch when it started picking up
Mhm.
in the action. So we only saw the good parts as far as I'm concerned. I
Right.
don't know how you
The
can make
the
a
stalematey parts.
yeah, I don't know how you can make 20 minutes on Snake Water 0-0. I mean, I know how, but like that just seems kind of like not even one round. Come on.
Hey man, that doesn't happen in RGL.
I mean,
So I think with
Screen
that, we're
called
gonna
it.
cut this off here.
I've been gone, but I can I at least know that meme.
Anyway, you guys have any shout outs? I appreciate you guys coming on for this very brief interview. We got to get Morris to bed.
I think the only thing I want to shout out.
Yeah,
Shout
go
out.
ahead.
Shout out to Tomato Tom. He's my
Oh
he's
yeah.
my reason I get up in the morning.
Shout out
That's
to
wonderful.
I have a
is
picture
it?
of him next to my bed.
Your robot.
I keep Tomato Tom. I programmed him, and he lives in my basement. His name is Jeremy.
Shout out to the entirety of Kraft Mac and Cheese last season. We couldn't keep the product dream alive, unfortunately. And shout out to Mad61. Keeping it real.
So shout out to the spy back cap of the century, pulling off the the AFK engineer kill, followed by the sap. Big shout
I
out
do
to
have
Matt
to ask
61.
one question, actually. I came up with one more question. Were there any times like you were just sitting there, like playing, and you just had to like sit and pause and be like, "Dude, what the hell was that? Like, what?" Any times you guys were just absolutely dumbfounded by anything in
Oh,
that
the
series?
entire series. The entire like the last half of Sunshine was basically just us saying like, let's do this. And then like we got 2 rounds. So
Were you guys mad, or
I
like
think
when what with the
like
specifically the engineer in Valley
no,
with the
that
sentry?
like when that happened, I think the call was, wait, they have an engineer in Valley. Ignore him. We're not gonna push there because he had it, I think, deep in Valley, so it wasn't watching any points. So he just like ran past it.
And then they teleported a roamer in behind and
Literally,
you got dunked on.
I don't. I
Well,
didn't see that. One last shout out because he's
yeah,
messaging me. Shout out to Brando.
respect.
Well, I think that just about does it. Thank you again, Maccabeus, aka Mark Carbine, and Jeff
Best alias.
_ joining us after their unfortunate but resounding second place win of not invite, I am. Whoa. Maybe next season though. Maybe it was the caster's curse in me. Maybe you
I mean, at
guys
least he
are.
didn't say they won invite, because like, let's be reasonable, that hasn't changed in the last 4 years.
It's
So
okay, Graham. You're out of the
so
scene. It's okay.
I can still be bitter, right?
Either way, thank you guys for coming out, and a huge shout out to Morris, our camera guy, who's gonna get some nice warm milk before going to bed and sleeping away. This has been Ro with
Do I
my
not get
good man.
shoutouts? Are you really
No, Graham, you don't
shunting
get
me
any
out?
shout outs.
Wow.
You worked the hardest, not these boys worked harder than you did tonight.
I mean, yeah, everybody works
Literally
harder than
sweating
me.
right now.
Literally
I
sweating.
had to go put on deodorant between maps.
Gotta get that antiperspirant. All right, Mr. Dreamboat, aka Graham, give you a shout out.
I mean, first of all, I've got a couple guys I need to shout out. Zabumafu is a big one. He informed me I was casting tonight, and he's also being a hell of a friend. So shout out to Zabumafu. I literally wouldn't be here if he didn't tell me. Shout out to, I saw him in chat as well at one point. Rolling, he's my boy. I'm proud of him for having a winning season of Open Counter-Strike after being in an invite in TF2. He's just a god, apparently. Of course, shout out to you, Ro. It's always a pleasure. And Morris, you're an absolute legend on production. Yeah, and see y'all in Copenhagen.
Yeah, April 17th through 20th. It's gonna be hype. But for that will end up our IM Grand Finals. Huge shout out to our teams. Theory of knowledge, and I've only said it perfectly the entire night until just now. Theory of knowledge versus our dunk masters, Jeff and Maccabeus. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys another time, and be sure to check out teamfortress.tv for all of next season. It's gonna be hype.
Drive safe.